Hey people. Sorry, I need to like put my phone here. There we go. I'm having like kind of a crash out, which is so fitting for Bethenny. So give me a few moments to get my life together. Nope, not there. Just feeling a wee bit unprepared today. Well, actually, that's not true. I feel very prepared. I just had a chaotic day, but everything ended up being okay. But I'm just kind of like reeling a little bit from it. So let me get the background up. That's what I did not prepare. Okay, my glasses are very dirty. Not great. Kaboom. How's everyone feeling out there tonight? Good? Hope everyone is. Let me adjust that a little bit. Oh man, I feel so much better already. I just like have been go all day. And I'm so happy to be here with you all today. I got new glasses today and everything is hella crispy. I was kind of disappointed last time I got new glasses because they didn't really update my prescription and I kind of didn't fuck with their vibe, and I feel like it's not strong enough because I told them, I was like, when I drive, I can't read the street signs very well. And then they did the exam and they're like, we're going to give you your same prescription. And I was like, are you sure? And they were like, yeah. Okay. And like, it's just simply not strong enough. And this is what I think. I think I'm like too good at the test. Like, I think I'm trying too hard at the test and nailing it too much. So like, and then you can't get an exam for another year. Yeah, but that was like 6 months ago. That was a while ago. So I don't have too much longer to go. I need my water. Jesus Christ. Capitalism felt heavy today. Did anyone else feel the weight of capitalism today? I certainly did. I'm 36 years old and I learned how to use Twitch for this. Absolutely incredible. Let's chat about where we left off while I find this in my Google Drive because I know it is in there and I need to edit one thing that I just remembered. There we go. Boom. Boom. I am so excited for the Bethenny stream. So she is just kind of a lot. And last week we really talked about her childhood mainly. And it wasn't good. It was not good. That's what we can say about her childhood, is it was not good. Let me add this one little thing. Let me copy. Haters. Okay. There we go. Boom, boom. Bing, bong. There we go. Putting this together was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I will just say that. Sorry, I'm not talking. I was having technological difficulties. Let me catch up in the chat. Window capture. Sorry, I had to update Streamlabs and it like deleted all my settings, which is not great. There we go. There we go. She's not deleted. I was looking in the wrong place. Okay, let me catch up in the chat now for real. Okay. Do we need a hashtag mindful minute? Girl, I think I'm too good at that test too. I go in for an RX check. You have just 6 months to get it checked for free. Oh, Interesting. For astigmatism, that just take pictures of your eyes and tell you it's fine. Brother, I could not see. Yeah, and I do have astigmatism, kind of like those hot girls in that commercial. Remember it was twins, and she was like, I have astigmatism, and I don't. Oh my God, and their glasses were kind of like this. Am I kind of serving them right now? Maybe. I'm kind of cold. Eye doctor tells you actually you need a 7.25, but they don't make those, so I'm just going to get you a 7.5. Happy late Mother's Day. Thanks! Currently watching while working, aka feeling the effects of capitalism. OMG, what's the storm drain kitchen's name? What? Waited, we all work late today. I also worked late and then went to vote. And I was just talking about voting too. The primaries are really sneaking up on me. I may not have a job soon because the org president is a narcissistic demon. I just really don't want to job search again. Job searching is the worst thing to happen to anyone ever. So I am praying for you. Why did we all work late today? I was digitizing till 6. Speaking of working, I asked the universe to assign to take a sick day, and then I hit an animal and messed up my car. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and people are talking about the Discord. We have a Discord now. We love the Discord. You can look in my link tree, or it's at the end of the thing tonight. I have an evaluation at work tomorrow, so I will be studying during class tonight. I'm in it to win it. 10 stream streak. Hell yeah, Des says. Hell yeah. It's literally Tom! It's literally Tom! Thank you for subscribing for 32 months, and it's literally Tom. I'm job searching. It's super stressful. I don't know what I want to do in life. Discord gave me... I don't want a job. That's one thing that I'm choosing to have radical acceptance, is that I hate working. I think that's why today went poorly, because I had to do work, and it was so scary, you guys. Okay, so let's start for real. I'm trying to get better about not wasting time at the beginning, because the YouTubers hate it. You should look at the comments. They're like, why are you still talking? Let's talk about Bethenny Frankel. We did part 1 last week. Let me do a poll. Who was here for part 1? For those of you on TikTok, you have to come to Twitch to participate, see the chat, see any pictures, see any videos, literally do everything. In a way, you're being discriminated against, but not by me, by the fact that I keep getting in trouble for violating guidelines on here for copyright, because how dare I watch a TikTok on TikTok. So let me do a poll on Twitch. Were you here last week? No judgment. No judgment. How do you spell partially? There we go. If that's wrong, don't tell me. I like the talking at the beginning. Me too. I like, my dream job is home in bed. No, like my dream job, dead ass, is buying things on Facebook Marketplace for my house. It's driving around fucking on Facebook Marketplace. Not while I'm driving, but obviously the things are far away. And you know what? Radical transparency. I have been on Facebook Marketplace in my car. Don't act like you've never done anything wrong. That's my dream job, is just buying stuff for my house on Facebook Marketplace and then sometimes selling stuff. Girl, you should start flipping RVs. No, that involves, like, that's too hard. I'm watching, her name's Nicole. She used to do like high cooking videos. She flipped an RV and it looked hard as fuck. So yeah, wasn't here, but watched on YouTube. It was so great. Thank you. Oh, the poll. Okay, most of you were here last week. If you were not, don't even worry. Don't even worry. I should have made YouTube an option. Flipping, I'm lucky to do a cartwheel. Radical acceptance and radical transparency are so important. No, literally. And like, I was subbing today and I was just like emotionally exhausted from other things because, like, if you saw my TikToks, I was at a family water ski camp, which I'm really glad I went to, but it was fucking exhausting and I didn't really think it was going to be that exhausting. So I was just like tired, and then I was having to like be a grown up, and I was like, I like simply cannot put on a front. I was like, I need to be radically transparent that I can't do this, but obviously I like did it and it was fine, but still. Okay, so the YouTube video has so many views. Oh my god, does it? I literally haven't checked. Let me go look right now. I say that we're going to stop talking and then we keep talking. And what about it? Okay. Oh my god, it does. See, that's what's so confusing, is all of my Bravo videos are so hit or miss. Like, they're either like so many people are into them, or like it's crickets. It's literally just crickets. Did y'all hang out and do group activities with other families outside of water skiing? Not in an extreme way. Like, we got ice cream one night, and that's, like, pretty much it, I think. And then we would, like, stretch together and work out in the morning. But they put us, like, in groups to ski based on, like, what we were working on and stuff like that. It was very, very, like, athletic training camp vibes. Like, it was not vacation vibes. It was not relax vibes. It was not get to know each other vibes. I imagine when there's small children there it is. But, like, these people were not fucking around. Like, I was kind of into it. Was it skiing for the entire day? So that's why I was confused, because I thought there would be some downtime, because you can't ski all day. It's fucking exhausting. But basically, we would go like 3 times a day. But when you weren't skiing, other people in your group were, and you would stay on the dock, and they would like talk to you about other things, and like you would do like exercises, basically is the best way I can describe it, to like get better at form and other things. So you weren't skiing the whole time, but it was very active the entire time. But anyway, I digress. Back to Bethenny Frankel for real this time, because we actually have so much to go over. Like, if you have been an OG streamer where I used to make slide decks that were like fucking insane and like over 100 slides, that's what's happening tonight. So everyone lock the fuck in, get your drink, get your snack, do whatever substances are going to make you feel Bethenny Frankel in the room with you right now, and let's fucking get this money. So where did we leave off? For those of you that weren't here or you don't know who this is, her parents were insane and neglectful, and her childhood was super traumatic. Lots of domestic violence, lots of alcohol abuse. She went to boarding school, always kind of a red flag to me when someone goes to boarding school. Ooh, seems like I picked a good first stream. I'm sat, period. Wendy Williams sitting down. So her childhood was very, very fucked up. Her mom and dad got divorced when she was 4, and then her dad was like, I'm not paying any bills unless she lives with me, and then he like had his like sex worker / girlfriends watch her, and then her mom married her dad's best friend because he had money, and he like rescued them out of the situation, but he was really addicted to gambling. Everyone in her life that's a male figure is a famous horse trainer. Like, it's literally movie level fucked up, her childhood. Like, they had to like run away from the mafia because her stepdad owed money. Like, her stepdad and her mom used to physically fight all the time. Her mom had a really extreme eating disorder. Her mom tried to commit suicide in front of her. Like, whatever the most fucked up thing you can imagine, it's happened to Bethenny Frankel. So then she went to boarding school in Florida. One thing I forgot to mention last week that she talked about on the show one time is that when she was a teenager and she was at boarding school, she got really sick. Like, she had an infection of some kind and had a fever of 104, and no adults came to be with her. Her friend's mom took her to the hospital, and no one showed up, which is literally just like heartbreaking. So yeah, her childhood is like an absolute fucking disaster. She's super traumatized. And then she went to school at Boston University, which is like a pretty prestigious school. I do believe her stepdad paid for that, not 100% sure. Then she moved to LA. She really wanted to work as an actress. She was in a couple things. She was a PA on Saved for the Bell. She was a nanny for Kathy Hilton. So she was watching Paris Hilton. She became friends with Kyle Richards. She started working in various businesses, event planning, production, tons of different stuff. Like, she was just like in LA trying to make a career and be out there. She had a brief marriage in her 20s that ended pretty amicably. She was married for less than a year, and then she went to culinary school, moved to New York. The culinary school she went to was in New York. She started doing work as a private chef, so like meal prepping, custom meal plans for like diet, weight loss, postpartum, whatever. She was doing like celebrities' food basically and would deliver it to them. Then she started Bethenny Bakes, which was like super healthy cupcakes and shit. She went on the Martha Stewart version of The Apprentice and came in second. And then she went on the first season of Real Housewives of New York. So that was like a very, very quick synopsis of what we spent like 2 hours on last week. In 2009, she launched the Skinny Girl Margarita, which you have probably heard of. And 2009 is also when season 2 of Real Housewives of New York came out. She was on the cast, and she fought with Kelly a lot. That kind of leaves us to where we were last week. I do have to confess, if you were here last week, I accidentally lied to you. I said we were going to pick up with Scary Island. I forgot a bunch of stuff happened in between that and Scary Island. So we still are going to do Scary Island. It's just not where we're picking up because I forgot about some stuff. So Season 2 of Real Housewives of New York. The first season was such a success. They had a ton of over 1 million viewers, so it got renewed. And July 2008, filming for season 2 began, and the cast and premiere date and all of that was announced. That's also around the time that the Skinny Girl Margarita came out. So she also, at the beginning of season 2 of Real Housewives of New York, says that she broke up with her, it didn't work out, with her boyfriend Jason from the first season. If you remember, Jason had 3 kids. They were like going back and forth on a lot. She wanted to move in together. He didn't. He just kind of seemed annoying to begin with, and apparently he was uncomfortable in the spotlight, and he got fired for being on the show and not disclosing it to his employer because he worked in finance. And so that's kind of where we start season 2, is she and Jason are done. And she's really confiding in Jill Zarin about the breakup and over, and she really bonds with Jill Zarin's mom, especially because, like, she doesn't really have a present mother because her and her mother are no contact. So, like, season 2, she's newly single, and she's really a part of Jill Zarin's family at this point. I missed class last week and didn't do the makeup work, watch the recording, but still showing up for my attendance credit. Absolutely incredible. So also in 2009, she did this PETA ad, which I fucking love. In December 2009, she joined PETA's Fur I'd Rather Go Naked campaign and did a nude billboard in Times Square. So, like, at this point, she kind of is that fucking girl. You know what I mean? Like, she is that bitch. Look at her. Like, from the ashes of Phoenix rises. Khloe Kardashian did that too. Yeah, there's a fair amount of celebrities that did this, but she fucking rocks for this, and Skinny Girl is super, super fucking successful. Season 3, Skinny Girl is crazy successful, and Bethenny is now crossing from, when I say regular housewife, I don't mean in, like, the America way, I mean in the Bravo way. Like, she had money, she was successful, she was Bravo Real Housewives. She's turning into, like, a mogul now. Like, this business is exploding. She is writing books every 2 seconds. She is literally, like, launched into stardom. And you see, like, this is what's always funny to me, is people will be like, oh my God, she got famous out of nowhere. But, like, no, it wasn't out of nowhere. We talked for 2 hours last week about how it definitively was not out of nowhere. And she'd been trying to do this for a really long time. So in March 2009, she had that book Naturally Thin, which we kind of already talked about. I have read it. Not bad. And then she did Skinny Girl Dish, and then the margaritas are being sold out literally fucking everywhere. And the Skinny Girl car. The Skinny Girl car. I love the Skinny Girl car. I will never be over the Skinny Girl car, in fact. I need to buy it. I already showed you the car last week, but this was a different photo. So this is... Bleh. Oh my God. Okay. This is her coming on to season 3, episode 1.
She could use a drink with a single girl, and so I figured...
I want this to reload.
I'm sorry about this. I won't be long. I invited Luann to drinks just to catch up. She just got a divorce. I'm sure she could use a drink with a single girl, and so I figured, let's do it. Hi, how are you? Thank you.
How are you?
This place is new, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Hi.
This used to be where Allison's was.
How are you?
Remember? I just wanted to ask, are you inviting me for drinks? Or are you going to wait till I leave and then say I didn't pay up? I want to get that clear before we start.
I don't know what that means.
It means, are you
So Skinny Girl car, she's still fighting with Luann. And then season 3's update is that there's a new Jason. Jason 1 is out. Jason 2 is in. Jason Hoppy first appears on season 3 in 2010. Initial rumors suggested he was a trainer. I had never fucking heard that. I don't know why this article said that. Or that he met her at a club. What they said is they met at a nightclub and he has a sales job. And he was framed as the normal guy who anchored the chaotic Bethenny. So it was always like, she's so crazy, she's a loose cannon, she's so traumatized, and Jason is just such a nice guy who can do no wrong. If a man establishes that dynamic with you, that you need me for stability, you need to run for your lives. Run for your lives. Run for your lives. Run. So this is just a clip of them on a date early on in their relationship on the show.
This is my move, like when you go to dinner and then if you go out for another drink, then you know.
Slip it in?
No, actually my move is more like you go for drinks first and then if you kind of like them, then you go for dinner.
This is your big move? It's very innovative. The bottom line is we do have fun together. We think the same things are funny. We like food. We like having cocktails. We could have another argument tomorrow morning over the way the eggs are cooked, but this is tonight and we're in a good mood and it's just that wave has passed. The guy wants to go out for the drink, so it only costs them like $6, maybe $12 if the girl gets two. And if he likes her, then he'll take her home.
Yeah.
The girl is like, I want to get a meal out of this. I'm gonna eat.
And then still not go home with the guy.
Right. Once you get rid of the power of the pussy, you can't get the power of the pussy back. Screaming? Pussy?
Screaming.
There's pussy and pussy cats in Mexico. It's okay.
You're screaming the power of the pussy.
Is the
That's
good
not
mood in the
referring
room
to a
with
pussy
us?
cat.
It is.
This is a family place too.
The power of the
This is
pussy
the
cat.
kid's side too. Screaming power of the pussy. I wanted to crawl under the bar stool. What the hell are you doing?
Oh my god, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
We're gonna like kiss and go our separate ways tonight? Is that what you would pull tonight or what?
Oh, if we were on a date?
Yeah.
I might throw you a makeout.
So, yeah, it does have power. she wasn't wrong. So I'm not even gonna try and be unbiased. Never loved him. Did not love him from the jump. She also had a major fallout with Jill between seasons 2 and 3. So like I said, in season 2, when she broke up with first Jason, she was really, really close with Jill. So this was really sad that they had this falling out. So we're going to look at them at season 2, and then we're going to look at them in season 3.
I was going to rent a house because I have to work and cook out there. And Jill said, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to rent a house? Don't waste your money. Put your money into your business and stay at my house. Granted, she had a private chef for weeks at a time at her house to cook for her family. But still, someone saying, don't rent a house for the summer and stay with me that's a different kind of person. I don't know people like that. I've never had any friends that are like that with me. Coming here was amazing. It really was. Sleeping
something.
like this and just resting and not working 24 hours a day.
How many days did we actually stay in the bed and not get out of 2?
At least 2, and now we're on a new path. That was 2 last week.
Right. Now on a new one.
Yeah,
All you do is get up for meals.
Yeah. Jill's bed is the center of the universe. We have spent hours into days, into nights, laying in that bed. It's headquarters. It's just a really comfortable bed, and we like the bed. We love the bed.
Can I bring up the J word or no?
Yeah, I mean, so I think that I need to take some space and I need to really make it more about me and really make it more about me and not about anyone else.
She's talking about being single.
I'm gonna focus more on myself.
But all that to say, they're super, super close. And then this is them in season 3.
I hit the wall going 90. It was just like a whole summer of why not me. I called her up and I just said, you have to get a hobby. You have to get a hobby that doesn't involve picking fights with people.
Why didn't you tell me? Because you need a hobby, that's why. I'm not worrying about what I'm doing.
Did an alien just invade the room?
Hard for me to remember how close we once were.
What's going on? Like, I'm all day.
The last time I heard from you, you told me that I should get a hobby. And that's what I've done. I got another hobby.
You should hear the interesting things that Jill Zarin had to say about you. Who's talking to Brian Hilton? About me?
So they're moving quick, so I'm going to fill you in some. Basically, Jill was arguing with a lot of people and I guess talking about Bethenny, and Bethenny was like, I need some space. And then Jill took that really personally, and it's just kind of escalating from there.
The biggest fiasco. It's getting exponentially worse and all the women are involved, and this is between Jill and myself. I want to talk to Jill. I want this to be settled. If we don't sit down now, this could be irreparable. Jill? Yeah? Hi, it's Bethenny. How are you putting me on speaker? Are the people listening to this conversation? Yes.
So Bethenny is like really torn up about it, really upset, and is like, you know what, I'm just going to call her and try and put an end to this. And Jill has her on speakerphone with Luann there, who Bethenny, like you saw, already kind of argues with and had that weird, like, oh, are you going to buy the drinks? Or are you going to call me cheap? Whatever moment with.
I don't think it's really important why it's so enormous. If it's not important to you, then that speaks volumes. I think you might have called him directly. Well, you know what, Bethenny? We are done. Have a nice day.
She's literally just crying in the street.
We're done. I know, I can see that.
And keep in mind how Bethenny had that kind of like mother-ish relationship with Jill, and how Bethenny has like insane mother issues. I also think Jill and Bethenny both did things for the drama of the show, and because of the fame and franchise were new, the lines of pretend and reality got blurred and real feelings got hurt. I really, really believe that too. I think she wanted to prove so badly that she wasn't her mom and she could do... Oh, yeah. We'll get more into the mom stuff and the marriage stuff. It's so painful. I feel so bad for her.
To talk to you. Really, I'm not ready for I'm not. I can't have the toxicity in my life anymore. I just can't. Well, you don't have to be my friend.
All right, Jill. Come on, let's go. We have a car waiting downstairs. I just thought it carried on too long. It's just too painful.
Thanks, Countess, for the diversion.
So, Bethenny, congratulations.
Everything good?
Yeah. So I'm sorry if you thought anything different. Congratulations.
I wish you, the best in everything that you're doing. Really.
So, really, like, this friendship falls apart in season 3. Bethenny is incredibly isolated because she's fighting with a lot of the women in the group, and she has this new boyfriend, Jason, too. So, Zarin, this is just going to give you a summary, because I know those TikToks moved really, really quick. Zarin begins the season with a shift in her friendships as she bonds with Ramona Singer, but hasn't spoken to Bethenny in months. Zarin takes a comfort in bonding with Singer and Luann de Lesseps and Kelly Ben-Simone about their issues with Frankel, Bethenny. So, like I said, she's so isolated, and Zarin and Frankel come face to face after the downfall of their friendship at the Jill Stewart fashion show. The newfound feud between the two worsens when Frankel reads an article about the friendship, and she thinks that Jill Zarin is responsible. So she thinks that Jill's talking about her in the press. She tries to reach out to her via phone call, and they try and do the face-to-face up meeting, and Jill Zarin says she is better off without Bethenny Frankel. I think one of the realest things that was revealed about the friendship breakup was Bethenny saying when cameras went up, it was like, let's slay this girl, and that's also why she had a rocky relationship with Bravo. Bethenny Frankel, I think, has some kind of curse. Like, she is cursed in some way. This is also season 3, her and Ramona at the Brooklyn Bridge.
That's what you're calling about? Or something else? Okay. All right. Bye.
You can't cross streets with the telephone. That's dangerous.
And eat sandwiches.
Hi.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Bethany had suggested that she and I go for a walk.
So this is why I relate to Bethenny. She's always doing 900 things at once.
I like walking. I like exercise. Never walked over the Brooklyn Bridge.
I've been starving, and I haven't had time to eat. And it's actually a little cold out.
I know it. Thank God I had
Are
this.
you warm enough now?
Yeah, because it's like 4.
Oh, I like 3 shirts.
I think it's funny, this phobia that Ramona has of Brooklyn. Ramona doesn't go to Brooklyn, eat in Brooklyn, and because we're never going to get Ramona to Brooklyn again, I called Alex and Simon to meet us on the other side.
She's like if ADHD was a person.
Are you stripping?
Yes, I'm stripping. It's hot.
Put one of those things on because
This isn't out. It's hot now. So, I called Jill.
right. Okay. You wanted to what?
I wanted to find out why this is getting so blown out of proportion. Like, why this was something that was a rift between us that now everybody on the island of Manhattan knows about, including reporters, including bloggers. And it's
No,
not...
I feel, I never said this to you, I mean, I really think you are a press monger, and I think you really planted it. Bethany really loves talking to the press. I've seen her all the time. We'll be at a photo shoot, Daily News will call, the Post will call, and she's right there to give a comment. So I really thought it was her.
Okay, so...
I'm just saying, listen, Bethany, I just want to help you. I mean,
I can tell. You're doing wonderful. You're being so kind. You're so sweet.
I just think,
I just feel warm and cozy all over, I have to say.
I just think you're very self-serving. I really do. But
Last week Twitter to 75,000 people about your HSN line. You ingrateful person.
I'm not ungrateful. I'm trying to have a conversation. See, I can't even have a conversation.
Do anything for other people. And you're not exactly the most warm and fuzzy person either.
Well, I don't know. At least I have friends. You have no friends. Who are your friends? You have nobody in your life. Right now you have Jason. You'll probably mess that up too.
I don't know that anyone's one's ever said meaner things to me than that. I mean, I'm taking it personally. I'm in a good relationship. I'm in love. I'm not a normal person. I don't have any friends. So, I don't know why you're even walking with me.
Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you. There's a part of you.
Very interesting way of trying to figure out. And by the way, you just said I'm trying to help. And then you said I'm trying to figure out.
Ramona's delivery always makes me cringe. It takes so long to cross the Brooklyn Bridge, this argument had to be filmed for an hour. The early seasons of the franchises were far more real than everyone started realizing how to create drama for the cameras. OC, Atlanta, New York, and Jersey, these first seasons are completely different than what it is now. Yes.
And I just told you I felt that you did it.
So, she's isolated as fuck. There's drama all around, and, this literally is insane to me. I don't know. I know I'm partial, but, she's going through this friendship breakup. It's sad. Jill's saying terrible things to her. I just see why she feels so alone. And now it's making her super, super bonded to Jason, too. And then we find out in the middle of season 3, Bethenny is having a baby.
You're pregnant, pick up the phone. You're gonna be a bother. Shoot me. You have to call me back. You're always available. Call me back. It's important. Muy importante. Oh, this woman is ruining my life.
This is real as fuck.
Unless you're sleeping with this woman on this automated machine, you need to call me back because I have something I have to tell you. Call me now. I keep calling and I'm BlackBerry messengering him and texting him and he's not answering and I'm in it alone with Cookie. And then I called my friend Stephanie, who's my best friend, and she has 2 kids. She knows something about it. I don't know anything about this stuff. Hello? Are you sitting down or standing up or whatever? Yeah. I'm pregnant, I think. I don't know. I just took a pregnancy test, and there's a light blue line next to a regular line, and I don't know if the light blue line definitely means it, but they say on the hotline that it does.
It's on the hotline?
What does that mean?
Same thing happened to me. You're pregnant. Congratulations.
Holy balls. I'm pregnant. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to continue with your life.
Am I supposed to be fat now?
Absolutely. Revel in it. Get a belly. Get a jiggly belly. It'll be fabulous.
She's so real.
I'm not a pregnant type of person.
I'm not a pregnant type of person.
Every woman's a pregnant type of person. Congratulations.
We didn't even plan this. We just did it and it happened. So what am I supposed to do now? Jason's not answering. What do I do? Nothing. Just go live?
Nothing. You just live.
I mean, this is crazy. This is something to throw into the mix.
So this is in season 3, and this makes her relationship move very, very quickly. So they announce they are engaged and they're having a baby. Except they didn't get to announce it like normal because, so many other people, fucking Perez Hilton did it first. It was famously leaked by Perez Hilton before that she was ready to share. So she had to reveal her pregnancy at only 2 months along. And what is her relationship dynamic at this point? Initially appearing supportive, viewers on the rewatch often spot early red flags. But when this first came around, everyone was like, we love Jason. Bethenny's so crazy. He really stables her out. We love Jason.
What's wrong? What happened?
It's completely out that I'm pregnant. I'm so sorry.
Why and how?
It's on a blog. That millions and millions of people read that you would never know about, that you don't even understand. It knows everything. It says I'm pregnant, this whole entire thing, and it's out.
I can't believe it. I mean, the whole plan was to announce to our friends and family that we're engaged and then wait. And, the biggest thing for me is the baby's 7 weeks old. When we
He should be comforting her.
I want to be able to tell them
exactly.
In person. I want my mother
I feel terrible.
to hug you and hold you and,
he's
I want to see
centering
them
himself.
Smile. We can't do that now.
We need to tell your parents, now.
They're in Pennsylvania.
I know. Can you call them and tell them to come in here tonight? Can we just call them and come?
Why is she apologizing to him?
I'm not inconveniencing my
She feels
parents
guilty.
because of some blogging.
We're not inconveniencing my parents because of some asshole blogger. No.
I'm not doing it. Like, I can handle your life in the public eye, but this is just stepping over the boundaries. I mean...
Then you can't handle it.
I don't know what to say. I can't do anything about it.
Listen, you can't be yelling at me with this. I mean, you're hitting me with this, and this is one of the biggest things that is so unexpected for me. And I'm entitled to be angry and feel the way I feel. I mean, you have to give me that now.
You have to give me that now.
We were engaged 3 days ago.
I know.
I'm just angry. I'm frustrated. I'm
upset because I don't want you to like not want this life because it's too much for you because this is like nothing that you ever experienced
I'll tell
before.
you, experiencing this, I know what I'm getting myself into, but I never thought it would be to this extent.
I didn't either. I don't even know what's going on. I'm going through.
Okay, so like, here's the thing. Bethenny could be that mad because it's like your body and your pregnancy and like that's so violating. But like for him to be like, this is ruining this for me, like, okay, someone posted about the pregnancy, like, and he's acting like they got like robbed. Like I get they got like robbed of announcing it. Like it does suck. But I'm saying on the ways that celebrities have been done dirty, this is dirty, but it's like not really dirty to him. You get what I'm saying? He's just mad because of how it makes him look. Little baby couldn't get all the attention. It's giving this is going to ruin the tour. No, he really does have that energy.
It's just ugly. I don't know what to say. I'm dumbfounded. I mean, this is not the way. I know you always say we plan and God laughs, but...
You're not laughing.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing either. I think this is definitely the price of being with someone in the public eye, and I don't think Jason knew exactly what he signed up for. And maybe that's why a lot of people who are in public are in relationships with people in public, because you can't pick someone more far from the public than Jason. I can't lie, I have to come out with this now. Like, I have to confirm it.
Well, we have to deal with it. I mean, life is not perfect, and things are going to happen. We just have to get through it.
I have to come out with it.
He's not actually mad about it. He loves the attention and wants money generated from it. He probably leaked it himself and got paid too. Love that theory. Dumbfounded and upset, but literally zero emotional expression.
And I'm sorry.
I have a lot of phone calls to make.
You just have one phone call to make to your parents.
Well,
they're the only people you really have to
them
worry
first,
about.
and then I'd like to tell the people I care about before they read it in on some stupid blog.
Oh, so would I. I didn't get that chance.
Oh, man.
Are you excited?
I love you.
Me too.
We'll get past all of this nonsense, all right? I love you.
Yes, I love you too. I'll call your mom and daddy and tell them.
Okay, let's do it.
Ugh. And then while she was pregnant, her father passed away. Not her stepfather, her biological father. They had a very estranged relationship. Apparently, he refused to see her. She went to Los Angeles to see him because she knew he was sick, and he said, no, goodbye, and then changed his mind. So eventually she did see him, but she chose to not go to the funeral. She said that he said he had a full life, and this was after a battle with leukemia. They kind of reconciled before he passed. She talked a little bit about this when we were talking about her dad last week, that basically he was just really mean and nasty to her until the end and never really took accountability or apologized. But she said they did have some calm moments at the end, and like it was not vitriol the entire time, but he never really took accountability for abandoning her or anything like that. And then when she was talking about her dad and being like, it was so painful that my father abandoned me, Larry King was like, I love your dad. Your dad was amazing. Wow. The way, oh my God, you guys hate him so much, and we're going to have so much time to hate on Jason. Don't worry. And then now we have Kelly, who I hate, terrorizing a pregnant woman who's grieving her estranged father. So again, Bethenny is pregnant, fighting with all of her friends, is now on a group trip immediately after her father dies, who she never had a good relationship with.
Feelings thing, it's like 1979. Honestly, it's like everyone's like, and my feelings, and my this, and my that. You know what? Life is so freaking short.
Your stuff. You don't have to think. Look at me.
I don't really know her, but what I love about her is her message has never been a victim. She's always been a survivor, and I like that. I always feel like I'm a survivor.
Not necessarily true.
I've always
she does
felt
play
like
victim a lot.
You do play victim.
I
always felt like I was a survivor, and
I hate this lady.
Bethany tries to make people feel bad so that she can feel better, which is not a good quality.
This is how every girl's trip to Miami
I'm a
ends
good
up.
person, you're a bad person. I'm like, okay.
When have I ever said I'm a good person, you're a bad person?
When I first met you.
I didn't say I'm a good person.
I'm a yes person, you're a no person. I'm like, okay, I don't care what kind of person you are.
Who does she
I'm
try
like,
to
I'll
make
do
feel
whatever I
bad,
want.
Kelly?
Me.
Kelly, you always
Day
speak
one,
up.
boom.
You
All
have to
she
let it
tried to
go.
do
No, you need to let it go.
I haven't said a word. You keep bringing it up. You brought it up 3 times this year. Stop with the past.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one that's like putting me in the press every second and defaming my kids and hurting my
I've
family.
never talked about your kids once. You're insane.
Nobody cares about you, Bethany. No one. No one cares.
my God.
You're vindictive and
She's
malicious
pregnant
and,
and
cunning
her
and
father
deceitful,
just
and it's
died.
creepy.
You
That's
feel
why,
like she
that's
came
why I
out
get
to
creeped
attack
out by
you?
you. I'm like,
Get away from me then.
okay, great.
I guess 2 of Kelly's wires got crossed because like these little short circuits, like zzz, zzz, like every second, like if we come back and then zzz, like every second something is triggering her.
You're not a chef. You're a cook. It's creepy.
I didn't go to culinary school.
I don't know what you did.
I
don't
went to
really
culinary
care.
school, you
really?
moron.
Really? With who? Alan Ducasse?
May West.
Who? Nobody cares.
But I didn't ask anybody to care, but you seem to care more than anybody else.
I don't know. I'd rather have her give me her resume so I can actually see what she's done than like
I
sit here
hate
with
Kelly.
her.
I hate her
oh,
so much.
You spent a lot of time thinking
Why do
about
you
it.
say she's a cook and not a chef?
Because I don't know if she's a cook or a chef.
Then
I
why
shouldn't
would you
either.
say something? You speak and you don't know what you're saying. You're the most unintelligent human being
Really?
I've ever had the pleasure to be
think?
around.
No,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You have the worst vocabulary.
It's the world according to Bethany. Whatever Bethany says in her
It
own
must be
little
because you
world.
seem to be very consumed with my world. So maybe you should get
I'm
out
sorry,
of my
I
world.
don't really know anything about your
Kelly
world.
and
seems
Jason
to
crawled
have
out of the same
information
corner
on it.
of hell.
Well, you
Maybe
felt
they
hurt
should
by
date.
her somehow.
She's just vindictive and harmful to my children. She's a media whore. She loves it.
Do you have any proof?
She is a
that
mean,
is
Bethany was
horrible,
arguing with
vindictive,
drunk AI.
person.
For a smart girl, you got a hot body. I'm not thinking about
I
you
love
having
Sonia.
sex, but you know, we are thinking about women having
I'm
sex.
sorry, I'm not a hoe bag like Bethany. I don't like sleep with
You
anybody
do
who walks
have
around.
a problem, by the way. If you
Hoe bag is a big word.
Everybody. I called her a hoe bag. She
Called
said
a
she slept around
pregnant woman
America.
a
She
hoe
thinks
bag.
that one night stands are appropriate.
Bethany, there's something wrong. She's like a reborn Christian.
No, I'm not.
There's so many things wrong
No,
that
not.
it's not. I'm gonna
Why
just
are
go
you
down.
saying that? You're
There's
so
so many
hot.
things wrong.
Good night. See you later.
There are so many things
Okay,
wrong
take
I
care of
couldn't even
that.
define. Adios, lunatic. I'm going over to the Hooters boat so I can see some real sane people.
So, moving on, the fight carries into the following day.
No,
Yes, you are. I feel like I'm always the one left with Kelly, and that's fine. I'm there for her, and I have real feelings for her. But it gets a little scary sometimes.
F you and F you because I've been telling you. And finally, this is the best dinner party I've ever had. Because the lunatic came out. Wow.
When you have a woman go after you in the press every single
Yeah, I
day
can see that, yes.
and try to
Yes. If it's
defend-
true, I
no.
don't have evidence, but if that's true about my
She
children,
went after my little girl.
are you sure
When
it was
Sonia
her?
tries to be the
Who
voice
else
of
would it freaking
reason.
be?
Kelly, if you have evidence and you have
And you
proof.
want me to sit here with her? Because she calls you a freaking hooker?
Oh, I thought that was funny.
I didn't.
She doesn't really mean I'm a hooker. Do you get it? She doesn't really think I'm a hooker. Sonia! Hey!
Kelly needs a social worker.
I cannot say I've ever experienced that. I cannot say I've ever experienced that. I have been in the post and ridiculed, and I just take it. If you're telling me you've gone off the deep edge because you were like torn apart in the press and your kids were involved, I get that. I'm not a doctor, but something's wrong. I'm worried for Kelly. Something's going on here that is beyond just us.
And I just want to tell you what this truth is.
What is the truth? I want to hear the truth. Be quiet. I want to hear the truth. I want to hear the truth. You can't handle the truth. I can handle the truth.
Oh my God! Al Sharpton!
Maybe Kelly's not getting enough.
Al Sharpton!
Oh, you didn't say.
No, put your hair up. It's Al Sharpton.
Now she's talking nonsense. Nothing is making sense. I just don't get it. It's getting really weird now. No, but Bethany, she's saying she went off the deep end with the
Then
kids.
keep saying it.
because
Why do you say it over and over again? Just keep like mantra. Go ahead. Keep
I'm
saying
just saying,
it.
like,
Nobody
you got
cares.
yourself in the paper. No, I never went to the press.
Proof or evidence? You have
She has
no
no
proof.
You know what? This is a really lovely evening, and I had a really
If Kelly
lovely
wasn't
time.
rich and pretty,
I'm
people
going
would
to
call the
excuse
police on
myself
her.
like an adult, and then I'm going to come back, and I'll have shots later. I'm going to
Okay.
excuse myself.
No, you won't have shots later because you say you're going to do shots, but you don't.
I'll do whatever I want. I am a woman, and I have a prerogative.
I think Kelly is incredibly paranoid, incredibly delusional. I really believe that Kelly believes her own myth. I do. Why would I spend
This
my
feels
time
like one of
to
those
put
dreams
Kelly
where so much
in the
is
paper?
happening, but also
What about when you
nothing.
attack Gwyneth,
Perfect
my friend
description.
Gwyneth?
Who's Gwyneth?
Paltrow? And what about Rachel?
She's a comedian.
Really?
That's what she does.
I'm out. You guys, thank you so much. It was lovely. This is over.
Is it gaslighting as if the person is so crazy they don't even know what they said? Like, Kelly is so far off the rails.
Does anyone want a jelly bean? Or a lollipop? Calm down.
I need to talk about
Just calm down and stop with all this, like,
something happened where she thinks
I want to embrace all women for feminism, but Kelly is what brings the movement
She
down.
also thinks this one's evil and that she was dressed up
I said she was channeling. Channel. The word was channel. The operative word was channel.
channeling the devil in the same sentence I was angelic. I'm feeling sorry for Kelly right now because something's happening here.
I feel sorry for you because you're crazy.
Well, she's awesome.
But she thinks something's wrong with you.
Well, she doesn't.
Like, you're absolutely crazy.
Okay, I'm crazy.
Something's happening here.
We all think you need to get help. There's something wrong with you.
Because I don't like you.
That's not an illness.
A lot of people think it is
Your dad
drugs.
passed away and you're like here. It's creepy. All right, why?
She said your dad passed away and you're here. It's creepy.
You're creepy. Oh my God. She needs to get help. I went away as soon as my mother passed away. My mother died on a Friday.
Don't ever tell anybody that, Ramona. That is
The four of us are actually sane, and she's crazy, and now we're picking on her. Okay.
And now we're picking on her.
I feel like you're trying to kill me every night, and I threw up.
She's
The
paranoid.
night before I came. Because I don't want to be a part of this.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. You're crazy. Go to sleep.
No, don't be mean to her.
So, very famous moment in Real Housewives universe. We need to pick up the pace. So what kills me is that she's literally pregnant, lost her father, and everyone is still terrorizing her. And I know that this is horrible because of her mommy issues.
How do you not tell me that? Do you know how long I've been friends with
Actually, we're going to kind of skip this because we already really talked about Jill a lot. So the Jill breakup, they basically agreed to leave the past behind them, and that meant their friendship too. So no longer friends with Jill Zarin, nail in the coffin, friendship is done. And then shortly after that, she leaves the Real Housewives. So she leaves Real Housewives after season 3 in 2010 to focus on her marriage to Jason, her pregnancy, and she gets a spin-off show called Bethenny Getting Married. And this is after that scary island. So where Kelly was just like literally going apeshit. And she said she is choosing to leave the high-stress environment for a new chapter. So let's watch a little bit of Bethenny Getting Married. And he, like I said, is like a normal sales guy, and it was on her show, and it was Bravo's highest rated series debut to date, and they did 3 seasons of the show. So it was Bethenny Getting Married and then Bethenny Ever After. The white juicy tracksuit was iconic. I know, they like literally don't have it anymore. I think she might have made it herself or something, or maybe, actually no, this was the juicy tracksuit time. They probably made them better then. Getting in the car to therapy and listening to this kicks feet. So here's some pictures of their wedding. They had a very beautiful wedding. They planned it super quick because she wanted to get married before the baby was there. It was a lot of her crying because she had 0 family there. Zero, which is hard. And she's pregnant, hormonal. She's writing a book. Per usual, Bethenny is doing 900,000 things at once. So let's watch some clips of Bethenny Getting Married, Bethenny Ever After. Mostly this is going to be us hating on Jason.
Right.
He's leaving. He's going out of town. He's going to Florida, and he wants his friend and the friend's girlfriend to stay there while he's not there with her because he convinced Bethenny to have a housewarming party. I do want to note that he got stuck in Florida because of a snowstorm, and she had to host the housewarming party of all of his friends that she did not know while pregnant, alone. That's what happened with that. This is Merp. I can't make it full screen because then it'll fuck up everything else. This is her in the car in labor.
How many people you think my parents called?
Oh
Oh no, I don't want your parents calling everybody. Because I don't want news crews outside the bar. Call your parents, tell them not to tell anybody. I'm not kidding.
Who's gonna know in Hazleton?
It doesn't matter, I don't know. Do me a favor though. I don't want this to be like news.
That's fine.
I don't want to go through this again.
Baby,
Perez
all they
Hilton.
follow his family. Stop.
Jason?
So she's in labor. He calls his parents, says, hey, she's in labor. And he's like, oh my God, they're probably calling all their friends. And she was like, please call them right now. Tell them to stop doing that. I do not want news crews outside of the hospital. Because he freaked the fuck out about the Perez Hilton thing. And then he was like, it's our family. It's no big deal.
Stop.
Just tell them not to tell people.
I will. Just stop. Let's get to the hospital.
You just respect that for me, please.
I do respect it.
Thank you. I'm just asking you to respect that.
Okay, I respect it.
You know, like, you don't know how things get out. I do.
So, yeah, I'm not a fan of him. She has her baby, Bryn, May 8th, 2010. She was in labor for 30 hours and then she had to have a C-section. She went into labor 5 weeks early, and her baby was 4 pounds and 11 ounces. And other than that, everybody in perfect health. I think she might have had to stay in the hospital for a couple extra days because she did have a C-section and because her baby was born over a month early. But other than that, seems to be healthy baby. C-sections seem horrible and barbaric, but I can't get into that right now. This is introducing Bryn.
All right, everybody, I need your attention.
The doll comment I don't love.
Yes, boss.
She hails from Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City, weighing in at 4 pounds, 12 ounces, and an astounding 18 inches long. She's long, she's lean, she's tiny and tough. Our chickpea, our little peanut, our burrito, our little shark fight, the undisputed breastfeeding champion of the world. Wait for it, Bryn, skinny girl, hopping.
Wrap it up, Jason. You see how he wanted all the attention? She's so tiny. It makes the doll comment better.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you? I'm great. How are you?
Morning, Mama.
Morning, Daddy.
I like the shirt.
Daddy number 2.
Look at her. Look at this.
Somebody smells good.
Unbelievable.
Grandma and Grandpa are here. You know,
Our little
I think it's great that she's a great sleeper because, like, I'm getting a jackhammer. And, like, because I want to scream on top of my lungs. I want her never to have problems with noise. This room is a disaster. Chuck's coming, and today's the day we're gonna organize this entire room.
when is Chucky boy getting
You better get it here. You just
Of
tell me
course her
about your
baby's
armpits
gonna
and about the
stop.
mouth.
Jason's
No,
Jason
Chuck.
has
So, yeah. Here's them taking the baby on their first trip to the Hamptons, I think.
You have to,
They have a baby nurse, Gina, who's amazing and hilarious.
You have to
No, it's the best.
saying she's boring. She'll show you.
When Bryn cries, it feels like a contraction. My whole body clenches up, and I say, just gonna make it stop. Let's stop. I hate it. I hate it with every ounce of my being.
I really hope we've done therapy before becoming parents.
Okay.
You don't want her to cry out loud like this in the car because then she's helpless.
I don't like that she's a prisoner in a car seat. She's hysterically crying, and it's like,
I don't like it.
Okay, Daddy's gonna pull over.
Sorry.
Call Julie and
Call Julie
tell her
and
to
tell
pull over with us. Maybe we're good.
nobody moves, nobody gets hurt.
What happened?
I can't take it. I don't know how everybody does it.
How are you gonna be when Gina takes 2 days off?
Great.
Where are we gonna put her, on my side of the bed or your side?
Mine. So my movie and punch you in the face.
Do you have the crib dad?
I don't know.
Also, she did hire a straight male assistant.
You guys didn't
No,
pack
we
it?
already discussed it. We were bringing the pack and play
Who's
/
we?
sleep.
Who's we discussed it?
Me, Cookie, and I had a long conversation about it. I said to you that you were right. That was a pack and play.
Yeah, but you didn't say we're bringing it to the Hamptons for real. You didn't say that.
I know. Does it? We're just.
We're the worst parents in the world. Every piece of stuff this side of the Mason-Dixon was in that damn car, but yet it wasn't. There's still more crap that we didn't bring.
Oh my God, we forgot a crib.
Hi, we're all idiots. Can you call the hotel and see if they have a crib or a pack and play? We forgot to pack something for the baby to sleep in besides a garbage can.
Our first trip and we screwed up.
I've experienced the same
my
phenomenon.
best friend. It is.
So yeah, like they're new parents, they're forgetting all their shit, and now Bethenny has to go on her first work trip away from the baby.
This is the easiest business trip that I will ever have to do, and I can't even handle it.
Daddy's home. What's wrong?
This is what.
Huh?
I know it looks like that.
Don't worry, Mommy. You want me to hold her while you pack or no? Mommy's sad her first night away.
I felt like a baby.
Look at him
that was
literally
being
grinning ear to
forced
ear at her
to go to
misery.
school the first day, and I didn't want to go. I did not
I feel
want to get
so
on
bad
the
for
bus
her.
and go to school. But I don't. I know, but I'm having a breakdown.
I know.
I'm crying all the time lately. I'm so overshoot that I don't want to go.
I know you're emotional.
No, but I don't want to go. I really don't want to. I don't know why I did this. I don't want to go.
I know. Well,
Oh, I feel so bad for
I
her.
just want Bethenny to know that I can handle it. We have the baby
His
nurse.
smile is
so
scary.
I'll be okay, and before you know it, she'll be back.
Pharmaceutical reps are a different breed. Red flag ass job.
Like nothing changed.
We'll be right here when you get back, right? Mama. Don't cry.
I'm so anxiety ridden, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
You are a strong, phenomenal woman and mom, okay? You're gonna do great. You're gonna do well, all right? She's well taken care of. I'm here, I'm gonna do it.
So like Gina is Bethany's mom. Gina is the closest thing to a healthy attachment Bethenny has ever had.
I love you. I love you. Here, kiss this.
Divorce Jason, marry Gina.
Say bye to Mommy.
Aww.
I miss you, Mommy. Be safe.
I feel so bad for her. And this is a nightmare. Gina is her baby nurse, so like a nanny that lives with you, basically, when your baby is a baby. The baby looking at the camera like, do not leave me with this man. So this is literally a nightmare. Like, I'm sorry, this is a horror movie. This is not a reality TV show. It's a horror movie. And then she ends up selling Skinny Girl cocktails. She sold the cocktail line to Beam Global for $120 million in 2011. I think she sold it at the perfect fucking time. And then she kept the Skinny Girl brand name. So she sold Skinny Girl cocktails and kept Skinny Girl, where she sold tons of fucking stuff. And she basically says that I went on the show single-handedly and exclusively for my business, and this is like the biggest deal that's ever been done. It goes over a Ciroc deal with Diddy. Disgusting. That was $100 million. So like insane levels of fuck you money. So like she is objectively crushing it in the business sphere. And on Bethenny Ever After, she also, that shows her doing the sale, all that stuff. And then on the show, she's like, I'm so stressed out, I'm being pulled in all these directions. Her marriage is a mess because you guys see, he fucking sucks. And she says she's being stretched way too thin. So she goes, you know what? You know what I should do? At this point, her daughter is like 1. I should do Skating with the Stars. You don't need the money. You just made $120 million. Jason was pissed as fuck for her spending time on this, but she ended up getting second on the show. She is literally addicted to chaos. She is addicted to chaos. Where's the noise?
And her partner, Ethan Burgess.
We have to do our favorite routine of all 5 weeks.
Well, my favorite was Superstitious, but I think we could put that to bed because it was perfect.
It was pretty amazing.
But my most sentimental favorite is Round and Round because it's when we first met. It's the first routine.
And she's good. She's good. And she had to train 4 hours a day while running her company.
A little more attitude than last time.
Yeah, because you're comfortable.
Oh, what is her zodiac sign?
Skates, really, we kept a lot of things the same.
Look it up.
We added a little more difficulty in the lifts, just to show off her skating and how much she's improved.
So awkward. Can't we pick something? This is just.
Can you just?
She's a
don't
Scorpio.
do it? I understand.
So much of it's so awkward.
We just need to work on it.
Stakes are higher now that we're in the finale, and I want to win more than ever.
In this
Today, Dick said at the time that it was like Bethenny was walking on eggshells. 4 weeks later, and with more difficult elements, is she about to make him eat his words?
Great song. Probably gonna get banned on TikTok. This was probably a great release for her, leaving all other stresses at the door. Yeah, that is true. And she said she ice skated when she was a kid. Passionate, determined, intense. I believe her and Phaedra are the only Scorpios. Like, I'm obsessed with her, I'm sorry. Like, no one has ever been a diva as hard as she's a diva. Narcissistic husband ruining your life and you're a millionaire? Fuck it. Skating with the stars, bitches. Like, it is iconic. You see why I'm obsessed with her. And literally had a baby a year ago. Like, and you're fucking competitive ice skating? ADHD side quest after side quest. And she ate. Like, she's so good. When you think she's gonna bomb, she weaves. That looks so fun, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, aerials. Side quest only for Miss Bethenny. And so she's still stressed and says, let me do a talk show. Fuck it.
She's a TV phenomenon.
Just Jason and the baby watching this.
A self-made business type.
Oh no. When she was competing and had to go out to LA, her and the nanny and her assistant rented a house together. Where was Jason? New York. And then he came and was a total dickhead about it.
It's just Bethenny and you.
You know I'm the queen of too much information. This is about the things you talk about to your girlfriends when no one else is around.
Sharing every last detail.
My life is in chaos.
Lay down naked and they're over here.
Let me do another project.
No limits.
Don't worry, he had his friends over. So, oops. This was created and co-produced by Ellen DeGeneres. She had Martha Stewart on.
But besides the show,
Jen and the Mormon Wives.
The not choosing me, was it that I? What was like that? That's what I
got this a little wrong.
Or
you know, I mean, it was my business to. Nobody told me who to choose.
Oh right, right.
No,
that's why I want to.
These are not fixed. These shows.
No, I agree.
The apprentices are sort of given to one, and that on that show, you're sort of given the apprentices. I went through a whole lot of hundreds of contestants, but the last 10 or so were really
Martha leading away from
producers' choices. So you made it right through those difficult producers. That's pretty good. Just getting there was good.
But I didn't win.
Well, are you still smarting from that? You have your own show now, this fabulous show.
No, I just wanted to.
Like, you see how it eats her alive?
I wanted to I wanted to know what you were feeling.
So, like, I don't see a talk show for her. I don't think this is her lane. I don't think this is right for her. Here's her fighting with Omarosa.
It's different for you and I. I'm an African-American woman. You get to walk around and be mediocre and you still get rewarded with things. We have to be exceptional to get anything in this business.
And we are doing critical race theory on the Bethenny talk show.
I wasn't calling her mediocre because clearly Clearly, she's doing well. I'm here on your show, and I think that's fantastic.
And you're $10,000 richer.
And $10,000 richer. But I think it's important to understand that you don't stay a decade on television in reality TV without being smart and creating a brand that people want to see. If the audience
She's a better
didn't want to see
guest
Omarosa,
than a
they would
host.
never book me again, which is why you booked me to be on your show today.
I did book you on. I booked you on your show because
so there's a brand there. There's something, a commodity. There's something of value.
You just seem quite defensive.
Like, she literally just ends up arguing with all the guests.
You made a lot of money. I mean, I've been in reality television. For the average
Not
person,
what you're reading.
No, but for the average person in the country, you made a lot of money.
And
okay, you were
it was
making
a huge blessing.
Yes.
To be able to.
Right. So you got some plastic surgery, so they say, but it looked
I
like
did have a tummy tuck.
Okay,
absolutely.
so people were saying,
Do they
okay,
have beef, or is that just the vibe? This is just her vibe.
Hang out with your security person.
Oh my gosh.
No, okay.
Like, she literally just brings up, like, she acts like it's Real Housewives and it's a talk show. She's allergic to being at peace. But she was on Forbes in 2011. She was on the Celebrity 100 issue because of the success with Bethenny Ever After, the third best-selling book, The Skinny Girl Sale. And she was the highest earning reality TV star of the time. She made $55 million off of that, which made her one of the top paid celebrities of the year. So she is insane and insanely rich. Bethenny Ever After was not canceled. She decided to end it to focus on her business ventures and her personal life. And one of the last things we saw was her move into her new apartment with Jason and do the talk show and Skating with the Stars. So like she did this Skating with the Stars, she was filming the talk show, and they move into this new apartment that they had bought after the Skinny Girl sale and renovated, and it's crazy.
So cool to walk through and just be proud and be like, this is real. We're like adults. This is big time. This is like a real apartment. It's a home. Okay, this piece comes out and someone can stand behind it and be a bartender. You can pull it out. So a bartender, they offer you a cocktail. Is this effing genius? Come on, everybody gets what they want.
I just want the bartender's number.
Is that insane?
Her outfits are so 2012.
Is this us?
Yeah, this is gonna happen.
Hi.
Is this crazy?
We're not these people.
We are now, I guess. I don't know.
Feeling like
That was part of why there were issues with Housewives, because she negotiated a killer contract with Bravo. The other women didn't know how much she was making until later. Are they gonna have a housewarming party?
I'm gonna be living there.
So this is the inspiration book. I wanted to have a yes letters. It was the beginning of the apartment.
Great.
4 chairs now. Jackie, intern, you, and I wanted to keep a vanity in here.
I get a space.
It's your space.
So, office, all this shit.
It's a man den.
This little man den with his office and couch for whatever the fuck he needs that for. Their baby's room, who's a toddler now.
You built something amazing now. We didn't argue at all during this process, though. You almost had a meltdown.
I almost had a meltdown. It was towards the end.
Yeah, that's okay.
Still New York. This is in Tribeca.
She's happy.
I got my closet. No.
Huge closet.
To be able to have.
But yet,
They're
it's
there with their
strange,
daughter.
It seems pretty much the same.
Blanket.
This is your room.
Yay!
You're gonna grow up here.
Yay!
There's a sense of calm. There's a sense of like, we're good, and we've had all this happen. All this happened, and there's so much more.
Merp. Then her talk show has its test run in 2012. It officially premiered in 2013, and it was canceled almost immediately after airing, but it continued to run because they had taped 170 episodes. She was a real estate tycoon. She made really good business decisions. Jason was jealous. I believe that. So why is Ellen DeGeneres at the scene of every crime? That's what I would like to know. And then also on the heels of this, she's getting divorced. So Bethenny Ever After is ending, she's getting divorced, and the talk show is canceled. Yikes. But at least Jason is over. At least Jason is over. Jason is over. We made it. Jason is over. But imagine how it feels to have your failed talk show still airing while you go through a divorce. Less than ideal, for sure. And then she went on Ellen to talk about her divorce. This is actually really sad. So I don't feel the need to hear from Ellen, but incredibly, incredibly sad. And at first I'm just feeling bad for her, and it's sad. And then I remembered that her $120 million deal happened during her marriage. So she did have a prenup, but she later described it as a poor agreement that didn't protect her, leading to a long nightmare divorce battle. So let's get into it. I hate Jason. I hate him. She wanted to prove she wasn't her mom, and someone needs to tell her she absolutely succeeded. She isn't anything like her mom or dad. She just had some harmful people try and take her down. Yeah, I don't think she's perfect, but who could anyone be? I can't imagine how painful a divorce would be with someone you genuinely loved that was nice to you. Ugh. So we're going to go backwards a little bit, but not that far because you just saw it. The apartment. So that kick-ass apartment that they got together, that was in 2011, 3,400 square feet for an apartment in Tribeca. Absolutely insane. And it was placed into a trust LLC structure that was tied to Bethenny's business and legal planning. Jason was not listed as the direct owner, but he later argues that he has marital and residency rights. It was painful for her and he was kind of a jerk. Oh, I thought you meant he was nice to her, sorry. They rushed so fast into getting married. I'm not shocked the prenup wasn't good. I know, it's so unlike her too, I feel like. So December 2012 is when they separate. Again, 2011 they purchased the apartment, they live in it for a while. December 2012 they separate. He remains in the Tribeca apartment. She moves towards legal separation. So you can file a thing that says you're legally separating, and the apartment becomes a contested shared residence rather than a neutral asset. So they file for divorce in January 2013, so very quickly, within a month. And at this stage, Jason is refusing to move out of the Tribeca apartment that he is not listed on. He argues he should remain in the home while custody and financial matters are resolved, and Bethenny attempts to push him to vacate the residence. So legal tension begins to rise because Bethenny views the apartment as her business or her property and a business-controlled asset because it is owned by her business. Jason and his lawyers say it's a marital home and it's a stability base for their daughter. And reporting at the time says that he would not leave the apartment until the custody arrangements were set in stone. So he did not want to leave the apartment until they worked out a custody agreement. So they are forced cohabitating. They're both living there and he refuses to leave. Bethenny seeks court intervention to remove him from the home. He argues that he has the right to remain until custody is resolved because he says, that's my daughter, you're taking me away from my daughter. I think he's really using their child as a pawn, personally. And the living situation becomes publicly described as tense and highly adversarial. Media reporting notes that Bethenny requested a judge order Jason out of the apartment, and he maintains that this would be unfair. So Bethenny describes this as brutal and excruciating, and she said that she even had to install a padlock on her bedroom door for protection. And it's just like her dad using her in her parents' divorce. So literally just incredibly heartbreaking for everyone all around. She compared their home to a torture chamber. There was no structure. It was outright mayhem. Jason would lay in the marital bed and knock it out and stare at me. He would blast the remote as high as possible. He locked Cookie in the room multiple times. He locked Cookie in a storage unit until late at night without telling me or my assistant Jackie. He would leave negative press about me on the counter. I would see it and throw it in the garbage. The next day he would take it out of the garbage and put it there. She also alleged that Hoppy would be helping Brynn get dressed and tell her, I know you don't want to go with mommy. So literally just absolutely horrifying. Nothing more off-putting than a man refusing to care and provide for his family, the biggest ick. And to me, if you can terrorize the mother of your child, you're a terrible father. And people are like, oh, he's a bad husband, but a good father. I think a good father takes care of the mother of his children and makes sure that she's stable and doing well. And I think whether you're divorced or you have animosity or whatever, that's your job. If you get someone pregnant, as your responsibility to that child, you have to make sure that that person is good. because a mother's mental and physical health is like the number one predictor of how a child's well-being is going to go. Plus, treating Cookie that way is a sociopath. No, for real. And so at this point, it's been like a year of them living like this. The dispute becomes tied to custody, like I said. So he remains that being in the home is his claim to equal parenting stability and maintaining the status quo. And she says that he's using this as leverage, and she argues that she should control the residence. And so she begins spending time in a separate rental apartment to avoid direct conflict and create separation. So she is literally like bleeding money at this time. Millions of dollars to lawyers, millions of dollars in real estate, millions of dollars in rent, like literally just bleeding money. If you're a good father, you don't use your child to tear down your mother and try and steal her money. That's putting the child at risk. And I'm sure he doesn't even want custody. He just wants to hurt her. That's what I think too. One of the lesser known but major components of this case becomes temporary spousal support. He sought financial support during the divorce process. Bethenny's income dramatically exceeded his, obviously, and under New York law, the higher earner can owe temporary spousal support regardless of gender. I am sexist. I don't care. I think men who get spousal support are the scum of the earth. I don't care. Like, if a woman is married and she gets spousal support, good for her. If a man does it, you're disgusting to me. You're disgusting. Men have every single advantage in this world, and you are going to rob your ex-wife. Get a fucking job, you loser. Like, you're perfectly able. You were a pharmaceutical rep. Like, become a pharmaceutical rep again. And Bethenny argued that Jason is capable of supporting himself. He was exploiting the legal process, and he was prolonging litigation, which increased her legal exposure. And this just starts to drag on for years and years and years and years. And then in June 2014, they finally reach a custody settlement. So they basically have a parenting schedule, but they still are arguing about like decision making and who has legal custody. But now at least they have a parenting schedule. And the financial and property matters are still unresolved, still a mess. And important to note, it is June. We are over a year past filing for divorce, and Jason has still not vacated the apartment. Still not vacated the apartment. Still there. If any of you ever see Jason, you know what to do. Like, this is just a gold digger thing to do. It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting. Like, I could literally throw up just talking about it. I'm running out of water, but it's really good. It's on site. Jason Hoppy, when I see you, it's on site. So the divorce is still active. They're still fighting over the house. And Bethenny also raises arguments that she was misled about how the property documents were structured, suggesting she did not understand the implications of certain trust arrangements at the time that they were created. And at this point, the divorce is lasted longer than the marriage. They were only married for about, I think, like 2 years. And at this point, they've been getting divorced for over 2 years. The worst part is that she probably paid for so much over the years, and he probably could have saved so much money too. Yeah, for fucking real. So, in the midst of her divorce, things are horrible. She has this contentious custody battle. She has this contentious financial battle. She says, you know what I should do? I should rejoin the Real Housewives of New York City. And I don't fucking blame her, because I'm sure the bills are coming in hot. Another thing that came out later that I didn't really get into in the stream is she later found out that her lawyers were fucking her over too. So she lost so much money during this time. So she rejoins Real Housewives of New York. I don't know if it's because she needed the money, but she needs an outlet. Exactly. So she stated she was excited for her return. It feels like the first season and when it was fresh, new, and unknown. And it reveals that Bethenny, at the new transition of her life, is left homeless. She is not actually homeless. Mr. Redacted was upset about this. He was really mad that she was calling herself homeless. She's bouncing around in hotels because this man has stolen her apartment. So she stays at hotels a lot and is looking for a place to live. I'm going to skip over a lot of the lore of her fighting with the other women and keep things pretty big picture. This is also the moment I realized I was on slide 53 nowhere near present day. I was also at school and being terrorized as one is. So Bethenny in season 7, she has tension with Heather Thompson because Bethenny thought Heather was annoying, basically. She's clashing with Ramona a lot, and then she becomes friends with Carol, who is newer on the show, but she is anxiety-ridden, exhausted, and barely sleeping, and she's trying to rebuild the Skinny Girl brand. She feels isolated from the group, but she also is the center of attention because she's like the star coming back. Couch surfing, hotel, motel hopping is homeless. So that's what, like, she is hotel hopping, but like from the Four Seasons to the Marriott. You know what I, no, I literally did. I was like, you don't, it's like, I was like, Jason's terrorizing her. You don't even know. You don't even know. And part of the reason why he was not in the know is that he was watching Real Housewives of New York with me, but he did not watch Bethenny Ever After. So I was like, you don't even fucking know what Jason... Homeless, not cashless. No, literally. So, everything is Skinny Girl. This bitch makes every product. Deli meat, margarine, snacks, candy, fucking shampoo and conditioner, Skinny Girl beauty, Skinny Girl jeans. Like, if it is a product that can be made, she is slapping that Skinny Girl logo on it. She had enough money to get a place depending on what she wanted. She had a rental apartment for a while. I don't really know. But also with the divorce thing, I know that I'm not a lawyer, but I have heard, and when I was learning about like the Scandival Vanderpump Rules stuff, if you vacate the residence, that weakens your legal case because you're not living there. So maybe that's why she didn't want to like get into too permanent of a place to be like, that is still my apartment. I don't know. So she's being tortured emotionally, but her brand is thriving. So let's get back into the divorce. She's on season 7. She's doing her Real Housewives things. They do finally reach a financial settlement, but the terms are confidential. The divorce is still not finalized, but again, the custody was pretty much set in stone, but long-term legal closure is still pending. I think this is when her lawyers started fucking her really badly. And the amount that she was paying had dropped by $12,000 because that's how much she was paying. And the court ruled that a trust agreement granting joint ownership was invalid, so it was her apartment. Bethenny is particularly pleased that the trust agreement, which was used in an attempt to obtain joint ownership of an apartment that she purchased, was rendered void and invalid due to fraudulent behavior in connection with the execution of the agreement. So again, like lawyer problems. We believe that the evidence, including the evidence of the husband's fraudulent behavior and unclean hands, will clearly demonstrate that Bethenny, who is the sole purchaser and the sole owner. We are also pleased that the court invalidated the award of interim spousal support to Jason based on his waiver in the prenuptial agreement. So he had signed a prenup saying no spousal support, then he fought for it. Important note, on her podcast, she discusses how her finances were basically frozen so she could not buy property. Also, she was informed that she should not vacate the residence. Yes, thank you. That's what I was saying. $12,000 a month is so crazy. Was the lawyer in cahoots with Jason? I think maybe a little bit. I know she has a podcast where she gets more in depth on it. Honestly, I might want to do another stream just about their divorce because I felt like I could barely get all the details in this, and I didn't get all the details in this. It's like not everything in there. And then he finally moved out of the $5 million apartment, and she said, I sobbed for hours. And then she went back there and thought it was just going to be like, oh, let me check on the apartment before I sell it, because obviously she didn't want to live there again. Like, bad memories, bad vibes. So she thought she was just checking over it before she was selling it, and then she just like broke down and freaked the fuck out. I walked in and it just washed over me. I sobbed for hours. It was like this release. You always think things are going to be one way. I thought it was going to be like the biggest party ever. I'd be roller skating through there with my top off and my tits hanging out, so excited. And there's nothing good about any of it at all. I was just remembering having moved in there. It was a hideous experience, and I don't even know how to process this feeling, which is so sad. It just makes me very, very, very sad for her. Because like I said, she suffers like Jesus. This is empty and I wish it wasn't. He betrayed her so badly. I love when men signing prenups backfires on them. No, literally. And even though it was a weak prenup, like you did sign it, So season 8 becomes one of her most dominant seasons. She essentially becomes the lead of the show and the unofficial narrator. She has more emotional fallout from the divorce because, like we said, this is super traumatic. Bethenny and Carol become BFFs because they're both super smart, super funny, and just a fucking vibe. And Bethenny increasingly mocks Luann's Countess persona and questions Tom's loyalty. Tom is a guy that Luann is engaged to. Her relationship with Ramona swung between friendship and hatred, as you already saw. She called out Luann for prioritizing men over her children, and she is overworking herself to the bone. So much fucking work. Like you saw, that Skinny Girl logo is going on everything. This is her season 8, episode 13. She faced some health issues. She was having a lot of like bleeding and her period was crazy and was having some like uterus issues. She also talked about how destroyed it was, which is very, very painful since she had renovated the whole thing to her style. Not like major damage, but her details and personal touches. I lost my dream apartment after a terrible experience. It took me years to find. I sobbed the day I left, but there's always something better on the other side. Bethenny is running from her trauma. I know, I literally feel like I just watch her like running in circles. Like, and you can tell Bethenny takes, you know that saying, depression can't hit a moving target? She takes that very, very, very seriously. So this is her when she's dealing with health stuff. And dealing with health stuff can make you just feel so much more alone. Because, like, I remember times, like, I was living far away from family and, like, you getting sick when you have no one close to you is the worst. And I can imagine having a child makes it even worse. Bethenny feels alone. Like, all she has is her, like, staff.
Hello, have you never?
Hey, hi. Just do me a favor. Just tell Megan that she has to call whoever, I think it's Stephanie, and find out if I have a living will and who my medical proxy is.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah, I will be. He said for the next 6 days to do things normally, but he said it's way worse than a C-section. He said it's major surgery, and I don't think I got it. Anyway, I'll see you in a little while. He said to do normal stuff for the next 6 days.
Running everywhere is all she did season 8.
I'll see you in a little bit. All right.
Mm-hmm. Always in the car.
My doctor said you're going to be in the hospital for 3 days, and then it could be like up to a 6-week recovery. And he says, okay, so you have to have a living will to do this. And then I'm thinking about what that means, and then I'm thinking about, God forbid something happened to me, and then the alternative and where Bryn will be.
And, like, there was another scene, I couldn't find it, where she's, like, sobbing on the phone with her friend, and she goes, I don't want Bryn to go to those people. Meaning her insane in-laws and Jason.
And it freaked me out.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I just went to the doctor for the pre-op,
I think
and it got me very upset.
What did he say?
This is major surgery. He goes, your uterus is all messed up. Then he says things, and he goes, it's not gonna happen. It would never happen. But you'll have to sign something that says if you're bleeding so much that, I'd have to take your uterus out. I don't like people asking me questions like living will. And then I thought, God forbid. But then I thought, God forbid something happened to me. Imagine if she had to be with them always. Like, that's my worst nightmare.
I don't have a mother to call about this or a family member to call about this. So it's just, I don't want to be dealing with this right now. I don't want to, think about this. It's just a time when you call someone and,
I am not good at this stuff.
Nobody is.
But I feel a little lonely.
Don't be lonely.
No, I know. I just feel a little lonely.
I'm literally about to cry. I feel so bad for her.
No, I don't want you to come here. I don't want you to. I don't know why I feel like this.
She wants her to.
So much stuff. It's like I don't have parents. I don't have brothers and sisters. I don't have any.
So for context, remember how I said when she was young in boarding school and she got sick and it was her friend's mom that had to take care of her? This is the friend.
But like this.
Oh my god, this is literally so sad. All she has is her driver and her fucking assistant and Andy Cohen. I literally can't imagine being in a worse position of people. The taxi driver just wanting to merge is sending me. It's not a taxi driver. This was her permanent driver. He took her to the hospital and shit. She has to be one of the strongest women on the planet. This is also season 8 where she has to tell Luann that Tom is cheating.
Mother of God, I just want to tell you something. I want to tell you that I have a pit in my stomach, and I have something that was dumped to me in my lap, and I swear on everything. We're not best friends, we're not friends, we're just in a nice little place, you look really happy, and something was dumped in my lap, and I don't want this to be happening right now.
So why are you doing this?
Because I have to show you something. And I have to tell you something. And I don't want to be the one to have to tell you this because it's not my
Please don't let it be about Tom.
It's about Tom.
Well,
And it's true. And I just need you to know that before I tell you. I don't want to go through this as it now in denial. I just want to tell you that this is a fact. And I'm going to show you some pictures. And it was Wednesday night. And I promise, there's nothing about this that I want to be doing right now. Okay?
don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I'm not, no, that is not me doing it to you, I swear to God.
Tom was an ick.
Okay.
They're in Miami.
Can somebody let me in my room, please? And stop filming me right now, okay? Just don't get away from me right now.
Why are men so bad?
No. Tom, don't tell me that's stupid. Please don't tell me that's stupid.
Oh my gosh, you look like you're dead. Don't be hard on yourself like this. This is not your doing. I'm going to say something to you.
I've never been the person who said that. Men are f***ing animals.
Okay, fine. But I want to tell you something. I just got a phone call from a girlfriend that's already talking town, that he's all over town doing stuff without her. It's already the talk better than she hears from you than from Page 6 or somebody else, okay? I heard from Page 6. I heard someone told me to prepare the pain. Okay, it's already all over New York.
All of these women have been through horrendous divorces, so they're all just like so triggered.
City.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
Not this night, other nights.
I know.
Okay? Bag. So she needs to know.
I know.
And it does her. Okay,
I
it hurt
know.
me, but
I know.
Do you think I wanted to see it on Page 6 that my husband was screwing some other bitch?
No.
No, I wish someone told me. And people knew. Okay, people knew. And no one told me. No one prepared me. At least you prepared her, okay? You prepared her, because it was going to come out.
But I feel bad I didn't do it Friday, but the minute I knew, but she doesn't trust me that way. We don't know each other that way. It's like we're not best friends, and I'm the one who had to tell her we had to have the weekend. That's why I couldn't go on that boat. I could not go on that boat. How can I go on that boat?
No one wants
Oh my God.
No one wants to tell anybody such things like this.
This is crazy. Oh my God, I have a headache.
All right.
I need to start drinking alcohol. Give me one of those bottles. And give me some ice. Oh my God.
She needed to hear better from someone that she knows than from the press.
Yeah, Wednesday night I had dinner with him.
You told me that.
Yeah.
So are you sure this is...
I don't know. He's gonna have
Show
to
some
explain.
respect for them and their service.
Send him the picture and say, explanation, please.
When was it? I don't know. I'm gonna send
So
him.
what's sad
He was
is
maybe
that
on
this
film in
historical way.
November.
Okay, one thing I didn't include. Okay, sorry, I'm feeling really ADHD right now.
You know the story, so you weren't fully dating that long. So get all the facts before you... I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to be positive here.
I know, me too.
Get him on the phone. Stop! Get him on the phone.
I'm sure this is there's an explanation.
Stop looking at it, first of all, okay?
But when was it? Ask him when was this?
Get him on the phone.
This was last week.
No,
You
was
don't
this
know
last
that.
week? Don't. Okay, no.
This is so bad right now. Like anything, it'll be figured out and you'll get through it one way or the other.
Yikes. Yikes on bikes. So what I was going to say, where this happened is at the Mandarin Oriental on Brickell Key in Miami, and they just demolished that hotel, which I think is offensive because this is a historical event, and to demolish a hotel of a historical event is not okay. And I'm not okay with it. And what I was going to say that I didn't include because I didn't really have time for it, that lady with the dark hair, Jules, I don't really bring her up at all. She was really struggling with an eating disorder on the show, and Bethenny would get like triggered as fuck by her and get really upset about it because obviously Bethenny's history and her mom and all that stuff. Jason still sucks. The divorce is still not over. And in January 2017, Jason was arrested because he showed up at 6-year-old Bryn's school and threatened Bethenny. An NYPD spokesperson confirmed this to People magazine and said that he tried to provoke a fight, and he sent her numerous emails and FaceTime calls numbering in the hundreds after a cease and desist letter was sent. He was initially issued a restraining order and charged with 1 count of harassment and 1 count of aggravated harassment and stalking. And then in June, he appeared in court where he was arraigned on additional charges, including another count of stalking, another account of stalking, and some additional contact. He denied all the charges and said that Bethenny was unjustified and rejected a plea deal. Mr. Redacted, we need a trigger warning for his fuck-ass face. His hair just keep growing upwards. I need a cigarette on her behalf. No, literally, like, the hits just keep coming. Like, when you're Bethenny Frankel, the hits are just gonna keep coming. And I'm sorry, at this point, Bethenny, like, and I did wonder this. Like, when I was watching this on Real Housewives, I was like, listen, Bethenny's stepfather was connected to the mafia, and Bethenny has so much money. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like things should be different. And call me old-fashioned, but I think if you carry a man's baby, you own him like he's an indentured servant. I don't care if that's mean or wrong or sexist. It's how I feel. So they give Jason the restraining order, or give Bethenny the restraining order against Jason, and because he was arrested for stalking. And then that kind of happened like around season 8 or 9. And then season 9 was another great season. This is kind of like the golden age of Real Housewives. They go on this disastrous Mexico trip. Luann has tons of wedding drama. There were early cracks in Bethenny and Carol's friendship. Here is her fighting with Ramona, season 9, episode 10.
You're crazy. Oh my God. You are now nuts.
And you came over this summer when Dennis was there. And
So why wasn't her stepdad in her wedding / is he still in her life? She said that like he was the only father figure that she had really, but that they were still estranged. And on one episode of maybe it was Bethenny Ever After, I don't remember, she did meet up with him and they kind of fought. Like it seemed like it was not super positive there either.
You mentioned my topless movie then because you wanted to wait until you had an audience to do it. And you know what, Ramona? That's the truth. And that's not a friend. And that's why.
Okay, you were topless, you had sex in a waterbed, you kissed another woman, and you know what? I never mentioned that. We want to mention it? Now we'll mention it.
Mention it all. Mention it all. Because you know what? I earn my own living.
I
You
made
don't
money.
even work.
You didn't have any money.
What
Until
you
Are you kidding?
I didn't have money till what?
You know what?
What is that? What the hell was that
Bethenny,
comment?
you would date every guy for their fucking money.
How would you know?
Because
not on a waterbed.
Fucking my way to the top. I can't even my way to the middle. I'm trying to my way to the bottom. I'm below zero. I can't even get up to the bottom. Someone me and get me to ground level.
I made myself. I put myself through college. I was on my own. I was on my own since 16.
So that's what it's really about.
That's not really about.
Oh, well, that's the stuff you've been harboring.
I'm not harboring anything.
I
you
can tell.
pretend
That's
that you're like this successful woman.
How many cases did you sell this year of wine?
Who
Because I
cares?
know exactly.
How many cases have you sold? Your brand is done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at the numbers, honey.
I had Pinot Grigio before you did. And I sold 10,000 cases my first year.
Ramona.
And that's pretty awesome.
You got into the booze business because of me, and you know you did.
I drink wine.
I could tell.
Actually,
Imagine complaining to Bethenny about being on your own.
You're like...
What am I? Am I weird? Am I acting weird?
I want to hurt Bethenny. I want her to feel the pain I'm feeling. Because you know what? She's pissing me off.
Bethenny has felt so much pain.
Really badly. She's punching me. I'll punch you back harder.
Ugh. And then they're in Mexico, literally just getting fucking sloshed.
How am I the first one to dinner? Every night, it's like maddening. I'm like crazy.
You show them on time, but
no, but it's a maddening disease.
Don't worry about it.
No,
Don't
I'm
worry
just
about
saying. I show up, I sit there, and I go, I'm on again. And by the way, getting some food into all of us wouldn't be a terrible idea. We've eaten tequila all day. I come down.
Can we get a show where everyone's nice to Bethenny?
And I'm so crazy. Stop being crazy. It's vacation time. Vacation time. It's vacation time. 1 minute it was supposed to be, oh, it's just our night. We can do whatever we want. Let it all hang out. And now all of a sudden you're like, get to dinner! Get to dinner! You know, so it's throwing me a little bit.
I want to lay in bed, take a bath, and everyone's like, go to dinner, you gotta go to dinner. So I get dressed, I come down, I'm like, I'm alone.
I know,
Think
but
about how mad that would be.
I know. When you show up at the door, they're aggressive. It scares me a little bit.
This is all like a big act right now.
Yeah. No, it's not a big act.
They're wasted.
Not at all.
Never showed up
Not at all. You stop. You stop. You stop. You stop. You stop. Don't say that to me. You just show up.
I wouldn't be
there,
surprised
and
if
you
production
sit
withholds
there,
food
like
so
I
they
was
get more
waiting,
drunk.
Like something. It was like, okay, no, it wasn't. I showed up. Don't say it's a big act. You say what you're gonna do. Dorinda. Don't do your act too. You do your act. Stop it, Bethany. Makes me feel bad.
At this point, Dorinda is the weakest link in the drinking department. She's
So yeah, they go on this Mexico
a
trip.
little bit of a loose cannon.
Really?
See, that's the gangster shit we're looking for all day today.
What fucking night? They all get wasted in Mexico, and then in season 10, she has a fallout with Carol, which, again, another friendship fallout. She's never forming an attachment ever again. Their friendship deteriorated because Carol became closer to Tinsley, and Bethenny felt abandoned, triggered that abandonment wound, and it was a wrap. She claimed that Carol became cold and dismissal, but Carol believed Bethenny was controlling. It really escalated. They both weaponized personal information. Neither would back down. Season 10 is also when they had the Cartagena boat trip disaster. There was a lot of arguments and reunion warfare that lasted pretty much through the whole season 10 reunion. It is just Carol versus Bethenny. Boom, 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 boom. This is the season where a lot of people started to dislike Bethenny. They said that she interrupted too much, she became aggressive and controlling, and that her emotional intensity overwhelmed the group scenes. But a lot of people, me, damn, I keep dropping stuff. Is that open? I don't think so. But a lot of people sympathized with her vulnerability and abandonment fears. Does anyone ever just grow apart? The Carol Bethenny breakup ruined my life. No, it really was tough. And then also around the time of season 10, that restraining order was nearing its expiration. And so she was really upset on the Cartagena trip. She said, I'm so stressed out. It's beyond belief. And yeah. It's very tough. It ended up being extended again, though, so it worked out okay, but very, very stressful time for her while filming season 10. She said the restraining order's up in a month. I just got the custody papers to do the custody battles. I'm panicked about the restraining order being up. I'm just panicked. I'm trying to raise my daughter. I'm dealing with a despicable custody situation. There's so much going on. I can't even explain. I'm gonna explode. I'm under stress. I'm gonna have a panic attack. I'm scared. I don't want to go back to that life I had. I don't want to be tortured. Also, Carol and Bethenny are both very intelligent and articulate, so they're pretty well matched. And this is her having a breakdown in season 10.
My life is within an inch of its self. Every second of the day is scheduled. Every second of the day.
In the past, Bethany's had an ally to console her. And many of us now have been in situations with Bethany where maybe she hasn't been so kind, so we're less tolerant to being compassionate.
It's
so
really
at
sad.
Some point, you get what you get. Taking on too much. Yeah, let's just focus on this. Let's get our shit together. Get a deep breath.
I don't know what's going on, so I suggest that we go shopping.
And like, it's pretty much
Okay, let's.
every episode she's like this. She's coming in late, has to leave early. I'm stressed about this. Like, she literally, I think, just like runs to prevent herself from feeling anything at all. And it's very sad.
So we're going.
You want me to stay there?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get it together. I want to at least see this place. I've never been here.
So wait, what did Bethenny say to you?
She was like, I can't deal with one more person right now. I was like, okay, fine.
She wants to be with Dorinda right now alone. That's it. She needs to cry on her shoulder. She's acting very erratic.
Yes, this negative, toxic energy. With Bethenny, if she's not the center of attention, if she's not in charge, if she's not in control, she's not happy. And she's just gonna make it hell for the rest of us.
Just finally got my life together. I finally did, and I don't want it to unravel again.
And I don't know what to say.
You don't have to. Just you being here is nice.
That's
I don't even need to say. I don't want to go through like deep analysis right now. I can't. And I'm gonna look like a mental patient.
No, well, it's good. Well, who cares?
All right.
Who cares?
Yeah. As long as I don't look like I'm crying.
Watch this when it was on TV and need to apologize for turning against Bethenny during this time. I didn't know better. It's okay.
Like she's being rude or an annoying friend. I mean, she's our friend.
Well, she's been very rude to me, and I am her friend. She won't even look me in the eye. So let's start there.
And so what? That's when you pet your friend's arm. That's why people...
Sonia's a girl's girl.
That's ride or die, Carol.
I like Sonia.
I literally might buy a man.
So incredibly, incredibly, incredibly sad. Getting a restraining order extended is so hard because some judges only take information from the past year. So he hasn't done anything in the past year, so no restraining order. And it's like, yeah, duh, that's because there's an order in place. Another way the system does not protect victims. Then this is a very famous Bravo thing that happened, the boat ride from hell. And we are not almost done, but nearing the end. We're definitely on like the downward slope now.
I can't find my cell phone, but I was forced onto the boat because the Coast Guard called and said it's time to go. Apparently the sea kicks up at this bewitching hour of 3 p.m. So suddenly it's like, let's get on the boat.
Apparently this is a thing. Some of my friends have done
We're all
this.
like up and weird, and then we end up like somehow bonding. What's that all about? I don't know.
I'm seasick a little.
Careful, Carol.
Carol, where you need to sit. I'm telling you. Slow it down. Slow it down. Sonia.
The problem with the later seasons is no one is real friends or tries. It's all calculated plot lines. Yep.
Yes. You've been to Columbia 10 times. You have not been on this boat. I have been exactly. Why would you bring us on this boat if you did that before? Because it's normal. It's not normal. Because you go like this and you bounce. It is not normal. It is normal. All right, don't tell me that.
Apparently it is normal here in Cartagena. This like the drive there is easy, the drive back is terrible.
It's fine. It happens all the time. Maybe for you, but not for me. I have a kid back home. You know you do with the boat. You guys are idiots. It's normal. You slap through the earth. You go like this, like through it.
This doesn't feel so extreme to me. I mean, we're rocking. I'm just sort of riding the waves.
Nobody does this. This is what they do. Oh, this is I have been in this country so many times. Good for you. I f***ing pee my swimsuit. Is this yours? I just peed on it. That's mine. Oh no. I've been on
Is this
many
yours? I
boats
just
in my
peed on
life.
it?
I've never been on a boat like this size going dum 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 like a little tugboat. Stop peeing and shut up.
Stop peeing.
This is like taking an airplane with one propeller. I just peed my pants. Calm down. Just calm down. It's not right.
I'm sure the alcohol is helping with the seasickness too. It does seem kind of scary. And apparently then like they had to cut filming and there was some kind of emergency, but everybody lived. So this being a Real Housewives, this was not the only drama. Apparently she had been fighting with Carol. Like I said, it's not easy to be on this trip with Carol. I'm trying not to show it, but inside I feel upset that I don't have the same friendship I did with Carol before. And this is Carol's best friend's trip. So it's like their trip. I feel like a little bit of an outsider. So again, feeling alone. And I've got a lot going on with my custody case. I'm here with someone who I used to be very close with, who I'm not close with anymore. So that's more tension. It makes me feel more awkward. I just feel trapped inside. And then this happens around the same time. Bethenny steps it the fuck up and like does so much emergency relief work. And it kind of starts with Puerto Rico. So she went on a trip to Mexico to aid the victims of an earthquake. And then she went and also did the Puerto Rico Hurricane Maria aid. So she was recovering from skin cancer removal surgery, but she still traveled to Puerto Rico. She said, "This is a forgotten island. People have been living on their roofs for 13 days. It's like nothing I've ever seen. People's entire homes and cars are immersed in the mud like I've never seen." She chartered 4 planes leaving Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and New Jersey. She delivered more than 20,000 pounds of medical supplies and survival supplies, water, canned goods, diapers, baby food, medical, insulin, toys, and 2,000 pounds of non-perishable nutrient-dense meals from Feeding America and City Harvest. She also delivered $25,000 in cash gift cards and cash and $30,000 in Costco gift cards. And this is why I really respect her. She said that she saw that aid was not getting to Puerto Rico, and so she called her friends with private planes, people that own private jets, and she said, "Let me borrow your jet. I'll fundraise, I'll get all this stuff, just let me borrow your jet." And that's how she was able to do this so effectively, so quickly. Keep in mind what we learned last week about her. She used to be an event producer, so she really knows her stuff when it comes to logistics. And besides her own money, she also got tons of donations from people like Andy Cohen, Elvis Duran, to Be Strong charity. In addition to donating $10,000 and pitching in $20,000 for private planes, Duran pledged $100,000 to Feeding America as well. I remember this. Using the private jets is always what stood out to me. Me too. She is a smart woman. So she really did the work. The other thing that she said she realized is that when people donated money, almost all of it was getting used administratively. So that's why she did cash cards. So she would literally show up with duffel bags full of essentially a Visa gift card, but it's a cash card, so a little more like a debit card. You can use it more places, and literally just pass it out to people. Would just like be like, get in a truck, let's go to the middle of nowhere and just pass out cash to people, which is by far the best and most effective and cheapest way to give aid to people in need, is to just give them cash. She also has donated over $100,000 to Democratic campaigns. I saw that on Twitter recently. So upon arrival, the planes were also then used to transport dozens of sick and wounded women and children from local hospitals to the United States mainland. The Global Empowerment Mission also helped with this. Bethenny raised over $1 million for Puerto Rico alone, and she was endorsed by FEMA and the State Department in Puerto Rico. She said, "We arrived in the first town before their own mayor. We pulled onto a street with a truck of basic necessities, and you would have thought I was giving out diamonds. What struck me was people politely in line waiting patiently. They are so proud. I gave them cash cards and envelopes. They were emotional yet still proud. Their faith is intact. There is no color on the island. Every palm tree is rooted. This bitch hit every inch of this island. A low death toll is only counting what happened when it hit. But a storm happens more gradually than a hurricane. Now is when people are dying. They're starving. They're thirsty. They cannot communicate. They cannot bathe themselves. They wash their babies and their laundry in the street. It's a war zone. I do not play the game, but the 73 towns of Puerto Rico need to be methodically mapped out and visited, and relief needs to be organized, delegated, and executed." So, like, literally, she, like, saved a ton of people's lives in Puerto Rico. And, like, I don't think it's a coincidence that this is when she was at her lowest. Like, she feels, think about the parallels. She feels so alone. She's been financially abused. She has no friends. She has no family. And then she sees these people in need who are alone. They have no one to turn to, no resources. It makes total sense to me that this is where she's channeling her energy. She literally is the modern day Jesus. No, like, I'm tired of people being like, Jesus is coming, the rapture is coming. It's here. It's Bethenny Frankel, and none of you paid attention. So for Hurricane Maria, she did a ton of work, and then she also raised money in Houston and, like I said, Mexico for other natural disasters. And her big thing is she realized that most relief is a scam. She was like, I saw millions and billions of dollars getting raised, and then none of it was getting there. So that's why she was like, fuck it. I'm taking the planes. I'm taking the baby formula. She had a huge warehouse in Miami completely full of stuff that was just like plane load after plane load going to Puerto Rico. She also used Twitter to get celebrities to donate. She said, as of 36 hours ago, my team of complete strangers has managed to load and distribute 3 planes with 4 on deck. Medical supplies, food, pet care, hygiene, food transport, home, desperate, elderly, sick people. Everyone has pitched in. Crisis and relief is all about communication and dropping 0 balls. If I had a bigger army, we could really make a dent. Thing has only just begun. It's a startup. And then she thanked a bunch of other organizations and people that helped her with this. And she said that all of this would have never happened without Twitter. Twitter users literally saved babies' lives by connecting me to a pediatric hospital, allowing me to transport patients home. It's the most incredible tool in the world. So I personally am so inspired by this. I think that it's so admirable to do this at any time, but to do it when you're at like the lowest point in your life is, I just really admire her for this. And she is still getting divorced. They have still, I think this is the point where it was the lawyers exploiting her. because like custody's settled, finances are settled, but somehow the divorce still isn't finalized. And I think this is when her lawyers are literally just stealing from her. And then season 11 is her final season of Real Housewives. She entered this season very emotionally fragile because her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Dennis, passed away. He was on the show and then randomly, very unexpectedly passed away from a prescription drug overdose. Apparently he fell and then took something. And this was really, really, really tough for her, especially because they had been friends for 27 years. He was a banker and a businessman, and they had kind of this off again, on again thing. So we kind of learned about him when we found out he passed away, but let's get into a little bit of like who he is and why we didn't see him much. In 1990, he married this lady, Jill, who went to high school with Dennis and Bethenny. They separated in 2016, and then he started dating Bethenny. And she said, Dennis and I have a very independent relationship. Everyone wants us to define what it is, and it's not definable. And he was on an episode of Real Housewives of New York when she said this. We love each other, but the two of us have schedules that are off the charts insane. I'm okay with it being totally gray. And she said, I didn't say this to Dennis. This is when they were on a break. She said, I didn't say this to Dennis, but in my own mind, I said 90 days. I'm not saying a word to Dennis for 90 days, she told Dorinda. It was a really hard thing to realize that someone you love doesn't mean they're the right person. I wish he was. And she said, this is when she was on Steve Harvey's talk show. I've been on and off with someone for years. It's like a partnership where we're not being teammates and it's not working. When one man is down, then the other man is down. We're really trying to be good partners and good teammates, and I think relationships oddly are, and this sounds cold, a little bit like business. If both people aren't happy about it, but it's slightly uncomfortable giving something up or giving into something, it doesn't work. So both partners have to say, all right, I'm in for it. And I think we might be at that point, believe it or not. I haven't said that to anyone yet. So despite multiple breakups throughout the years, they always remained close friends. He was very involved and active in her daughter's life. Bethenny and her daughter Brynn love Dennis, and his family have been a support system during her negative divorce and a positive influence on Brynn's life. They had a 27-year friendship before they dated, so they picked that up where they left off once they realized they didn't work as a couple. Her daughter adores him and his family, and she comes first above all. And if you're confused, it's because it's very confusing. She did catch a lot of flack on the show for dating a married man, but she was like, he wasn't married, he was separated. And then later on, she said, I am with Dennis. It's more than giving it another shot. This was at season 9. Things have to be dealt with, and I've sort of a gauntlet needed to be gotten through, and it happened. I'm in a better place, and I'm in a better place to make a sane decision. And then they split in early 2017. She said because of her divorce, a person that's been married many years needs to go through a certain cycle, I think, because she was divorced and he was newly divorced. And then she said, I think the possibility of losing me really scared him straight, to be honest. So very off again, on again. And you already saw this, but just to bring it full circle, they're doing their off and on again thing, and then he passes away. And then after he passed away, she said that they were engaged and had an engagement ring for him. So just horrendous. A lot of people I didn't like were like, oh, she's lying about this. She's trying to play up the relationship after he passed away. I don't think that's true. I think it just truly was an off again, on again relationship. And I get it. Like, she was going through a horrendous divorce. Her old friend, who she had kind of a romantic, kind of a friendship. I think I agree with what you're saying. It's just very, 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 very gray. And then in August 2019, she announces her departure from the Real Housewives of New York City. She announced that she signed a deal with MGM to make an unscripted television competition series called The Big Shot with Bethenny, which was like a business show that was fairly short-living. It was over by June of 2021. So why did she leave the Housewives? She was supposed to film the upcoming season and then quit very last minute, like a day or two before filming, and basically told the producers, like, I can't do this anymore. She said she was ready to move on, and then she gave them a list of tons of other people to have on the show instead, and she focused on her daughter, her business ventures, her disaster relief work through Be Strong. She's overly honest. I don't think she lied about it. It's not like it makes her look better. That's kind of what I think too. And then she had a public relationship with Paul Vernon after they began dating in 2018. Police say it's because she wanted to go to therapy. There were a few times on the show that she was going to therapy. I'm due for NyQuil in 30 minutes. I'll be here as late as stream goes, but I cannot guarantee it'll be coherent. Not much longer. I think we have like maybe 10 more slides, and you can see we're getting through them relatively quickly now that we don't have Real Housewives videos to watch. So she's not on TV anymore. Now she's dating this guy, Paul Vernon. She launches the Just Be podcast in 2020, centered on business, celebrity interviews, relationships, and pop culture. She did a lot of relief efforts during the pandemic. So again, Be Strong is still going strong. And then December 2021, we made it. The divorce is finalized. She gets permanent primary custody. That means she makes the medical decisions, she can make the travel decisions, all the things. Final arrangements, final custody. The divorce is over. The lawyers are no longer scamming her. She is free. War is over. Again, this divorce started in 2012. 2012. So 9-year divorce for a what? 2-year marriage? Horrifying. Also in 2021, she started heavily leaning into TikTok, where her luxury fashion commentary and unfiltered product reviews started going viral. And she's basically an influencer, essentially. And getting back into the divorce, Bethenny Frankel parted ways in 2012, filed for divorce a year later, and it was not finalized until 2021. And then rest is from 2024 to promo her pod. So, the rest of this is from 2024, and it was to promote her podcast, but it's about her divorce in 2021. She said that this will mark the first time that she has talked about this in depth. She said the reason she's just now talking about this is, one, that I was on a gag order. Another, I felt stifled by certain things I had to sign at certain periods to get things done and to stop the bleeding. I later felt fraudulent in not sharing certain experiences. I also felt conflicted. I felt like I have a daughter. I don't want to put her at risk in any emotional way, so I wanted to keep certain things private. But Bethenny Frankel said that she hopes this is where her story can help others. Being a woman who speaks out about things that happened to her that other women are going through is really important. Like, it used to be the only thing that kept me going in this divorce, to say, one day I will hopefully get out of this and be able to help somebody else. This is why when people are like, oh, but she's rich. If a rich woman can be financially abused on a public stage for over 10 years, think about what can happen to you if you're poor and have no money and no resources. Think about that. Think about it. The power struggle, the manipulation, so many things that went down, and I feel that there's a responsibility to tell the story of what the fuck went down. She said the divorce experience was worse than death. I experienced someone very close to me dying, and it was really horrific, said Frankel, whose ex-boyfriend Dennis Shields died in 2018, but nothing in my life will ever be as torturous as my divorce. It was by far the worst experience of my life. I thought I would never survive it. I didn't see a way out. It was suffocating. I thought I was going to be miserable for the rest of my life. I thought I was going to have a terrible life. I literally could not see out of it. And I, at the time when I could not see out of it, was a well-known, wealthy, powerful, successful, attractive woman with a whole big career ahead of her. So imagine what a person who doesn't have all those things going for them goes through and feels like. And that was also the message they were sending us with Amber Heard. Exactly. I love you guys. Like, the way that you guys just get it, and I don't even have to explain it. Still, she said the experience left her with massive trust issues and PTSD, which is why she did not want to marry her current fiance, Paul Vernon. I'm not sure if I would ever get married again or be legally bound to someone for anything other than a business contract. It's just insane to me in many ways. I've been burned. I've been through a fucking war. I've questioned myself as a human, as a parent, because of how many times I was told I was terrible, disgusting, old, irrelevant, had no power to get out of it. This was the mental and emotional torture that I went through. It was literally the most traumatizing thing that I hopefully will ever go through in my life. Heterosexuality is a curse, low-key. So, wait a minute. Her fiance, yes. She dates this other guy, but I want to keep talking about her divorce for a second. Like, she should never get married again. It's literally just so traumatic, and I'm so glad that you guys are so easily seeing how this is about women's rights, and that, like, Bethenny died on the cross for women's rights to show everyone how fucked up this is, and that no one realized. Like, Like, she didn't oh my God, like, it's literally horrifying. But in 2018, she starts with this new guy, Paul, that she met on a dating app. Apparently, he saved her life after an allergic reaction. They became Instagram official. Then they break up. Then they get back together. Then they get engaged. Then there's breakup rumors. Then she says they aren't rushing their wedding. She said they haven't made wedding plans yet. She says that they are married in their minds. And then in 2024, they do split up. So that's Paul. I don't really know. I did want to put something nice in here. Her daughter is lovely, it appears, has a very positive relationship with her. At this point, post-2020, she's really just living as an influencer, a podcaster, a famous person. Her and her daughter, this is them in 2023 at Jingle Ball in Madison Square Garden. She's alive. Like, she is literally the woman who lived. Like, she is the strongest woman who lived. Her divorce needs to be told along with the sex talk in high school. Chat of the night. Chat of the night, KT Watson. Chat of the night. I can't let go of the fact that she was pregnant and hormonal during the prenup too. Jason probably took advantage of that, plus the rush. Like, literally, I hate Jason. I hate him so much. So she launched what became known as Reality Reckoning, where she really criticized Bravo and reality TV production practices. She has pushed for reality TV personalities to unionize and accused networks of exploiting cast members. She interviewed Rachel Leviss after Scandival, which drew a lot of backlash. And she publicly feuded with Bravo leadership and Andy Cohen while simultaneously continuing Housewives-focused podcast content. And online discussion around her has started to be really, really negative recently, because in Bravo fan spaces, people say, like, she's obsessed with Bravo even though she left. A lot of people have criticized her TikTok presence. She does have kind of an insane presence online, but I'm sure you guys, after seeing all this, understand how I feel that, like, she can kind of do no wrong in my eyes. Like, she can do wrong, and when she posts crazy things, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. But, like, of course she acts crazy. Look at her life. Look at how she's lived. She canceled the Rewives podcast, calling reality TV a toxic dumpster fire. And then that's when the podcast got rebranded to Just Be Divorced, which is where she started talking about the long divorce, kind of like we already discussed. And she continues doing viral TikTok content. She hates the new Real Housewives. I don't think it's unwatchable. She called it unwatchable. I do think it's not Real Housewives of New York. It's its own thing. It does not have the magic sauce that Real Housewives of New York had. And then in 2025, she moved to Florida with her daughter, Bryn. She said this is the permanent and healthy decision for her. They have more of a supportive community and a better lifestyle, and she says she's escaping the loneliness she felt in the Northeast. I feel like she leans into TikTok because she can control it, whereas on Bravo, she couldn't. Exactly. And, like, the thing that I think is that, like, reality TV is inherently exploitative. And she was on reality TV during the most traumatizing experience of her life. So she's always going to associate Bravo with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, she's valid for whatever she wants to say to Bravo and Andy Cohen. Like, it's actually fine. Also in 2025, she was in the Sports Illustrated runway show for Swim Week in South Beach, Miami. Body tea, like, she's not skinny girl for nothing. And she brought some fucking energy to that runway, I will say. A lot of these, like, I bring back models with energy. You know what I mean? Bring them back. A lot of people speculate that she has an active eating disorder. And I'll say the same thing that I had said last week. Look at her childhood and tell me that she was going to have a healthy relationship with food. And then a lot of people like us were saying she looks so good, she looks amazing. She's in her 50s here, and she went on TikTok and she was like, none of us looked that way before we walked down that runway. And she talks about how they got sprayed and did spray tan contour, and they all have fake hair and full faces of makeup, and their boobs are taped up, and, like, all this crazy shit. So that's one thing I do appreciate about her is, like, on TikTok, she will just kind of, like, be herself, I guess. There is like a thing called The Golden Life that has a bunch of the OG Real Housewives from New York. She is not on that, but she did do a skincare brand deal with Sonia and Ramona in Paris, and they like made tons of videos together. And like I said, she's basically an influencer now, and she's been pretty public and talked about how she makes tons more money as an influencer, and she likes it because she can just live her life and not have to film and do as many things as she used to do. But she also announced that she has kidney disease. She was diagnosed with this in 2025 or recently, I believe, maybe 2026. She said, for years I was experiencing a lot of dehydration, dizziness, and low blood pressure, and her symptoms were getting more intense. And she said she admitted the internet diagnosed her with POTS, which inspired her to seek medical attention, but she actually has stage 3A chronic kidney disease, which is characterized by mild to moderate kidney function loss. There have been multiple rumors about her regarding this. People are saying that this happened because she doesn't eat enough and that her body is deteriorating. There's also a rumor that she's like addicted to pills, and I saw a reel that someone posted where a bunch of clips of her with pills and supplements and things like that. I don't really know, but like I said, like when you look at her childhood, nothing would honestly surprise me. And then also like people just get diseases sometimes. Like, people get sick and things happen. I tried to find more information on this. There was some more updated stuff, but it seems like it's being medically managed. Like, she's posted about how she has to drink a ton of water now. She got, like, a fridge in her bedroom and things like that, too. She did have a boob job, too, though she says it was lifts and not an implant. She looks amazing and works on her body for sure. I wish she was more sensitive to the impact she has on her audience in the eating disorder community. I agree with that. And what I read is that she said she got a boob job, then she lost a bunch of weight, she got the implants removed, and then got a lift. So she does have, like, done boobs. And I agree with you. This is what I think. When people are like, you contribute to body image, you contribute to this diet culture, and she's like, no, I don't. Think about what she does compared to what her mother did with her. Her bar for normal is just so off. And I think, like, last week we watched a clip where you can just tell she has a lot of cognitive dissonance, where she's like, I never do diets, I'm not vain, I don't care about how I look. Like, and she believes that because the way that she lives is so much closer to normal than the way that she grew up. So to her, she's so normal. And like I said, I read her book, and her book reads exactly like what it is. Someone who needs to learn how to eat like a relatively normal person after suffering from disordered eating. Because the big thing that she harps on in her book is that you have to eat at least 2 meals and a snack per day. There are a lot of worse creators online regarding EDs. I agree with that. I do agree with that. So most recent update that I found is she has a new boyfriend that she hard launched. And this happened literally like 2 days ago, I think. This is Shane Campbell. And she said, if a hard launch is hard, this is a diamond. He is a finance guy, and he is based in Miami, where she lives now. I don't know if she actually lives in Miami, but she said she lives in South Florida. So yeah, now she has a boyfriend and is dealing with her kidney things and has a good relationship with her daughter. And that was exhausting. And I didn't even live it. Like, imagine living that. It took us 2 weeks and almost 5 hours to go over just high level big picture. Isn't that absolutely insane? Let's just revel in that for a second. These are my sources for tonight. I think I missed a couple, but I tried my best. Like, man from Miami is scary, but I trust her. When it comes to dating, I don't know if I do. I'm not going to say anything. A 9-year divorce is genuinely haunting, and then everything else. Imagine how tired we are. No, literally. She might be struggling herself. She might be better than people who influenced her. She also has a responsibility as someone who's chosen to be an influential person, especially in food and wellness. She has influence and privilege, and it does come with responsibility, even if she doesn't want that responsibility. I do agree. It was nice to not mention Jason for a bit. No, literally. But, like, I was wondering, I was like, should I do the divorce and then do the career? And I decided to mix them together because I was like, the way that he terrorized her for years, That's really how I want it to land and feel. Is that he just fucking keeps coming back and just won't fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lot. That was kind of tiring. So next week and the following week, we are talking about Trisha Paytas, and then we're going to talk about Jesse Draper from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and then a hard left turn to Maria Montessori. So, let me pull up the little game. If you're new here, we do a little game at the end of each stream, just with some questions about what we learned about. It's just for fun. It's not for anything serious, just for bragging rights. What did we do to deserve the 4 weeks of Divas back-to-back? I honestly just decided to lock in, is what happened. Glad I made it back here after therapy. We all need to come on our game for Trisha. I'm low-key afraid for Trisha, so feel free to email me things about Trisha if you want, and if you have specific things. Because I am not a super, Trisha fan. I know a lot about her, but I've never really followed her super closely. So if you have and you have stuff to say, please send it to me. And no, this is not a cumulative test. This is only about this week. And it's not a test. It's a fun trivia game. Okay. My voice. Jesus Christ. We're going to do Carnival because everyone is a clown. King Tut, obviously. And to my TikTok people, good night and goodbye. Love you so much. Please come to Twitch at some point and hang out with us. No, I don't want to fucking invite someone. I want to end it. Yeah, end it. She's lying. It's a pop quiz. It's not a pop quiz. It's never once been a surprise. We do it every week. And you don't have to log in. You don't have to make an account. You don't have to download an app. But your name will come up on the screen. So if you don't want that to happen, put in something funny or a fake name. Oh, Lord, I was really trying to get through that because this easily could have been 4 hours, and I was trying to get it into 2.5 because I felt like anything more was just completely unreasonable. Can you talk about tour? Are you doing all of the shows? I'm doing the vast majority of those shows. If there's a specific one, ask me right now. And my other point to that is that I will be posting about that soon. I'm working on the graphics and the specifics. But I'm pretty much going to all of those dates on there all summer. I'm not going to the ones that's like June 3rd and 4th. So let me just go through their page right now, the Unteachables. I got Omaha tickets. Yay! Okay. Omaha I will be at. Okay, so I am not going to be at Denver. I am not going to be at Louisville. They will still be great shows. Please enjoy. I am going to be in Raleigh, Syracuse, Albany, Atlanta, Birmingham, Charlotte, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, Flagstaff, Tempe, Austin, Kansas City, Omaha, Los Angeles, Pasadena. Unsure if I'm going to be in Colorado, Oregon, and Seattle. Full disclosure, I'm trying to get free tickets to a music festival. Yes, I'm going to be in the Vegas one. I will be in Pittsburgh. I will be in Buffalo. I will be in Philly. I will be in Portland. I will be in Boston. I will be in Oklahoma City. I will be in Wichita. And I believe I will be in Gainesville as well. So like I said, I'm in for pretty much all of those. There's 4 or 5. There's 2 I'm definitely not at and 3 that are maybe. And again, I'm trying to get free tickets to a music festival. So if that doesn't work out, I will be there because I will need money. But I really want to go. It's to Outside Lands. I want to see Charlie XCX. Maybe I'll just pay. I think they're sold out. I don't want to pay a reseller. Ugh, stressful. Just joined 10 minutes ago. Dang, I'm curious to see what happened here. Evidently, poor Bethenny cannot catch a break. If you just joined, I do post the videos on YouTube, so you can watch this later. Let's hit the Discord and coordinate. Here's the Discord link, by the way. I'll post it in the chat after the game. All right. If you have not joined the game, it will still let you join, so you can still join. And let me put the Discord in the chat. I'll wait till the game is done so you're not stressed, but I'll just pull it up while you're doing your game. do it. Charlie was so good. I went to the sweat tour. I'm jealous. The photos from the Unteachable were so good. And the guy that took them is at the speech professor. Such a cool guy. So nice. They turned out so good. And you guys know me. I do not work well with men. So he rocked. He slayed. Very nice guy. And he's a speech professor. That's how I met him, was like through creator education-y stuff. When did Bethenny leave Real Housewives of New York the first time? At the end of season 3. Ugh. I ate too much dinner. It was good though. I had crab cakes and mac and cheese. It was not very healthy, but it was good. When did Bethenny have her daughter? (2010). What happened with Skinny Girl cocktails? Her daughter is a teenager now. Yep. And sometimes she makes TikToks with her daughter, doing like get ready with me's. They go on vacation together. And Bethenny's always getting into something on TikTok. She's always fighting with a brand or like at Chanel terrorizing their doormen. I kind of live for it, to be honest. How did her ex Jason terrorize her? Have you had a Skinny Girl product? I think I've only had the drink mixes. I've had the salad dressing. I really like the honey mustard one. And I don't use it as a salad dressing. I used it on chicken nuggets. I don't think that's how she intended it, but it's good. I like it because it's kind of like acidic. Like it's not as like honey and like syrupy. It's a little more like acidic and tangy, which I really like. All of those were right. I can't wait to fill this water up. I'm so excited about it. I'm so thirsty right now. I could use a Skinny Girl marg. Which was longer, the divorce or the marriage? The divorce. The divorce. Misclick is tough. Been there. Who was Mention It All directed to? I need NyQuil now. Mr. Redacted was like, do you have a long stream tonight? And I was like, it's long as fuck. I was like, I'm not even gonna try and, like, because a lot of times I'll be like, oh, no, not at all. Ramona. What is Bethenny shockingly effective at? Well, it's actually not that shocking. She probably would be good at MLMs, now that I think about it. She would have she would be at the top of the pyramid. Her downline would go crazy. She would run that shit strict, too. She also was like, she started a dating app. Like, she's had so many side quests. I didn't even mention them all. How has her dating life been post-divorce? Somehow still awful. And there was another guy she dated that I didn't even include. Also, she was on Shark Tank. Does Bethenny know Lisa Vanderpump? I'm sure they've crossed paths. Bethenny's good friends with Kyle Richards. And next week we are learning about Trisha Paytas, which I'm like low-key kind of scared for. I'm a little overwhelmed, but it'll be good. Alrighty, Sleeping My Way to Nowhere, Allie, Mean Lesbo, I Need NyQuil Now, KT, Cass, Blobfish, Marty, She's a Badass, Blockbuster Parking Lot, CJ, Not Failing a Quiz, Megany, Senior Amore, Annoyance Lola, and Jody have had some technical issues, but memes, anything to add? Anything that I missed? First place, nice job, Des says. Slept my way to second place. This was exhausting. I have been thinking about Bethenny all day. It took me literally all day to make this, and it was not as organized as I wanted it to be, and it took us 2.5 hours to go over it. So Bethenny, if you ever see this, I hope that you know I admire you so much, and you died for our sins, and you suffered for all of us, and I see you and I'm hearing you, even if other people aren't. Oh, good Lord. I feel like I just ran a marathon. Wowza. Oh, the Discord. Let me post the Discord. Big news. It's time for NyQuil. My executive functioning could never do this in one day. So I actually made an outline yesterday. So like yesterday, I made 25 slides and titled them with different things I wanted to include. And then today, I was like, oh, that's 20 slides. It'll probably end up being like 60. 107. 107. You're welcome for the 2-part series. I really felt like it was needed. And honestly, even doing this in 2 parts was hard to fit into 2 parts. It is a labor of love. Like, 0 complaints. My only complaint was that I wish that I had had more time because I would have made this better. Because I genuinely enjoy putting these together. It only becomes not fun when I'm on a time crunch and I'm trying to figure out what to include. And that happened a little bit here, but I knew it was going to be worth it. And I knew that you guys were just going to immediately understand how, like, Bethenny represents sexism, abusive relationships, abusive childhoods, like breaking cycles, hopefully. I don't know her daughter, so I guess we'll see on that. But I don't know. I really admire her from a business perspective and from like a creator perspective, just the way that she keeps having horrible things happening to her and she keeps just like rising and trying to live. You channeled Bethenny, which is never having enough time. And that's what I decided. That's what, like, today I was just like, go all day. I was so behind. I barely finished this in time. Like, and I was like, this is exactly what Bethenny would have wanted. Like, I feel like Bethenny in this moment of being pulled in so many directions and so overwhelmed. And that was the perfect vibe to bring to the studio tonight. WWBD, you're Bethenny coded, TBH. That's how I feel. Like, I really do. Like, I think me and her, I have this joke that, like, sometimes God runs out of personalities, and sometimes I feel like I was Bethenny born into better circumstances. And by better, I just mean slightly, well, a lot better. A lot better. A lot better. You were just like her at camp this weekend. No, literally. Like, I was thinking that too. When she was doing Skating with the Stars, I was like, whatever disease she has, I also have. And I think it's like a new one. Like, I think they haven't defined it yet. But anyway, Bethenny, I respect you. To all my lovely people here, thank you for being here. Y'all are one of my favorite things I've ever created is this stream and this community. It makes me so happy. And I will see you next